Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Here's the first pitch. Hot shot. High fly ball. Deep right field. And this one is gone. A moonshot by Patrick Sullivan. And a hanging ball over the plate skies this one deep to right field. A 3-run homer in his debut, Patrick Sullivan.
And now we'll take you to the birthplace of baseball, Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and Paul Dowd Field at historic Wacona Park.
Long hold, exhales, the 0-2. Hot shot past the diving second baseman Ricciardi. Another RBI single. They're going to round the next runner, and there will be no throw. A 2 RBI single by Brian McHale, and the game has been flipped for the momentum, and now the Suns lead it by a score of 5-2.
And now, here are your hosts for Pittsfield Suns Baseball, Billy Madewell, Steve O'Brien, and Colin Quinn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to beautiful Paul Dowd Field at historic Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, as the Pittsfield Suns, they get ready to take FCBL action against the visiting Nashua Silver Knights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening in and watching in. My name is Billy Madewell. Alongside me, Steve O'Brien Jr., Colin Quinn. And a bit of a parallel universe yesterday. The Pittsfield Suns really nothing going for them. And it was just a real bad game and a blowout loss. A 9-0 rout for the North Shore Navigators.
Well, it was unfortunate that it had to happen here on the 4th of July with a huge crowd in attendance. But, you know, sometimes those things happen. As a very wise Mr. Matt Gedman once said, you know, the blowout losses count just as much as the close ones. So it's ultimately only one in the standings. The Suns have a chance to get back at it tonight, get back in the win column. It is hangover helper night here at the ballpark. Let's hope we can help the Suns get over their hangover from last night.
Yeah, they're going to need just to put that one past them. And as we said last night, it was a tough one to watch for all of us here, especially the fans that really packed in this ballpark, which is really nice to see. Suns just couldn't get it going offensive-wise, had their struggles on defense, and their pitching wasn't up to par like we've seen it all season long. But hopefully they can put that one past them and take advantage of this Silver Knights team that they've seen quite often here in recent weeks.
Very true, very true. It's been kind of a recent series that we've seen a lot of Nashua lately, and just like we saw a lot of Brockton over the last couple of weeks. So the Knights are back in town here. It's a team that we haven't seen at Wacona Park for a little while, but they've made up for lost time. Exactly. Some familiar faces in the lineup tonight, which I will have for you in just a bit.
Take a look now at the FCBL going around the league. We'll start in the standings department, where we find the Pittsfield Suns right atop of the standings with a 16-12 record, but they are not alone. Pittsfield Suns lost their last game. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They're not alone, as I said. The Bristol Blues are tied now for first place with the Pittsfield Suns. They're also 16-12, but they have won 2 games straight, and they're 8-2 in their last 10 games. One of those losses being to the Pittsfield Suns right here at Wacona Park earlier this week. 1 game back of the Pittsfield Suns and Bristol Blues are the Brockton Rocks at 16-14. They have 2 more losses than the Suns and Blues. 1 game back, they've lost 3 straight, 5-5 in their last 10 games. The North Shore Navigators also with a record of 16-14, 1 game back of the Suns and Blues. That was a team that came in and stunned the Pittsfield Suns last night. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games. The Worcester Bravehearts have just low-key made their way up the standings recently. They're 15-15, but pretty much been a 500 ball team all summer long. They're 2 games back of first place. They won their last game. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games. The Nashua Silver Knights, the opponent tonight for the Pittsfield Suns, come in at 15-16, 2.5 games back of first place. They lost their last game. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games. And rounding out the FCBL, they're the Westfield Starfires, who are 7.5 games back of first place. They won their last game, and they are 3-7 in their last 10 games. As we take a look around the league, we'll take a look at the 4th of July games that happened yesterday. The Worcester Bravehearts came out with a win over these Nashua Silver Knights that the Suns are going to face. was a 11-9 victory in an afternoon contest from Worcester. The Bravehearts had 12 hits on 11 runs, including 2 doubles and 2 RBIs from their center fielder, Tyler Johnson. The Silver Knights fought back in the top of the ninth, getting 4 runs, but coming up short in the end. The Silver Knights pitching allowed just 5 earned runs out of the 11 scored by the Bravehearts in the loss. The Bristol Blues defeated the Brockton Rocks 9-8 on a walk-off wild pitch in the bottom of the 10th inning that was thrown by Rocks pitcher William Gallagher. It was a back-and-forth contest all night long, with 4 home runs being hit, 2 by each team. Gabe Gioso and Evan Slight tallied 4 out of the 7 RBIs for the Rocks, each picking up a home run for their squad. And the Bristol Blues got production from Parker Upton and Brandon Miller, tallying 5 out of 8 RBIs for the Blues, including home runs for themselves as well. And the Pittsfield Suns were blanked last night, 9-0 to the North Shore Navigators, as the Navigators were able to get brilliant offense, pitching, and defense in their win. Ben Malgeri had a solo home run in the top of the 4th inning as he went 3 for 5 in the game. Relief pitcher Jake Gigliotti was fantastic in his relief for starter Tristan Sarcone, as Gigliotti went 4 innings, giving up just 1 hit to the Suns while striking out 3. Those were yesterday's games on the 4th of July, and we look at today's games. We got a couple on tap and one going on right now. The North Shore Navigators travel to Westfield to take on the Westfield Starfires for a doubleheader. That first game is currently underway. It is in the top of the 7th inning with the Navigators leading at 7-1. Cade Kretschmar just hit a 3-run home run in the top of the 7th inning, so it's looking a little bit bleak here for the Starfires, but still plenty of baseball left. Game 2 of that Starfires and Navigators series will kick off at about 7 p.m., just about a half hour after our game. The Worcester Bravehearts travel to Bristol, taking on the Bristol Blues in a huge matchup that the Pittsfield Suns will definitely be watching out for. That game will start at about 7 o'clock as well, and your Pittsfield Suns will host the Nashua Silver Knights in hope of regaining the sole possession of first place in the FCBL standings. First pitch will be set for 6:30. That is your look around the FCBL.
And one thing to note again, the Pittsfield Suns, this deep into the season, more than halfway, and that was the first time that they were shut out and only second time that they were blown out. Well, we have a chance to do so. They are going to have the meeting of the managers. Chase Stout, the home plate umpire tonight. Connor Hoagland will be on the bases. BJ Neverett, skipper for the Nashua Silver Knights. He will be the head coach. And then, of course, Matt Gedman, he will be the head coach for the Suns. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Steve, you had an interview.
I did have an interview. I had an interview with Pittsfield Suns pitching coach Brandon Shalikas. He had a lot of insightful things to say. Fantastic, wonderful, very kind man, and fun to talk to.
Well, we'll be the judges of that. We'll be right back here on the Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Did you know the third leading cause of fire deaths for older adults is cooking? Hi, I'm Rob Neal from the United States Fire Administration with important fire safety tips for seniors. Never leave cooking unattended because a serious fire can start in seconds. Don't wear loose clothing while cooking. Keep towels and pot holders away from the range. Double check the kitchen before you go to bed or leave your home. This message is brought to you by the United States Fire Administration, your local fire department, and this radio station.
Welcome back to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. I'm here interviewing Pittsfield Suns pitching coach Brandon Shalikas. Mr. Shalikas, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
So, first off, yesterday, 9 runs, 12 hits, 6 walks allowed against the
North Shore Navigators. What happened? The pitching's usually so good for this Pittsfield Suns team. Was it just a fluke performance, or what do you think?
Yeah, the last week's been a little up and down as far as the pitching goes. I mean, we had the game out in Brockton where we got kind of blown out there. Then we had to shut out. Clayton threw an absolute gem. And then last night it was a little bit more like the Brockton game where we're just, right now we're kind of giving out too many free bases and teams are kind of capitalizing on it.
Well, the team's pitching has improved tremendously. You guys finished 5th overall last year in team ERA. This year, at this point, you're 1st overall in team ERA. You've got 2 guys in the top 3 pitcher ERA individually in the league. That would be Clayton and Morrison, 1 and 3. What's been the difference with this team this year in terms of pitching?
I mean, obviously we got a lot of talented guys this year as far as our pitching goes. And those 2 guys have really stood out, especially obviously Clayton the other night. And then Morrison, he's been doing well all season. It's been really fun working with him. I mean, Morrison, I really haven't had to do much with him. He's pretty much thrown the ball well the whole time. I really haven't had much to say to him. I mean, last night was a little shaky. That's probably if you asked him, that's probably his worst outing. But I mean, hey, you're gonna have those, so he'll be right back to it, I'm sure.
He's been tremendously impressive to watch this year. 23 and a third innings pitched, 36 strikeouts, 1.54 ERA. What's it been like working with him?
It's been great. I mean, like I said right there, I haven't had to change much with him. I mean, there's little things here and there when I see, like, if his big thing with him, like when his location's off, just kind of help him tweak a couple things. But like I said, no major changes have had to been made with him. But I mean, he's just throwing the ball well and he's getting guys out. Obviously, 36 or however many punch outs that he's got. Those aren't numbers that you see too often.
Kelvin Sosa tonight against the Nashua Silver Knights. What does he have to do to get a win?
Big thing for him, just do what he did his last time out. He came out of the pen just for 1 inning the other night against Bristol. I mean, he was showing better stuff than he did his last time out against Brockton. As long as he pounds his own, I mean, he's the same way as Morrison. I mean, he's going to punch out a lot of guys, so he's got swing and miss stuff. So it'll be exciting to watch.
Brandon Shalikas, prior to our game against Nashua this evening, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This is Steve O'Brien for the Pittsfield Suns pregame show. We'll be right back on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
And we are back on the Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. The team being announced onto the field. We're going to take a break and listen into the national anthem as you've been listening to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you could all please rise and remove all hats as we honor America with the singing of tonight's national anthem. Performing tonight's anthem, please welcome Janessa Driscoll.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held
Janessa Driscoll with the national anthem, beautifully sung. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all set for Pittsfield Suns baseball. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Nashua Silver Knights.
Leading off this afternoon for the Nashua Silver Knights will be the left fielder, number 41, Kyle Sandstrom. Batting second, the shortstop, number 7, Noah Lucier. Batting third, the right fielder, number 18, Jared Dupere. Batting cleanup this evening, the DH, number 6, Dylan Jones. Batting in the 5 spot, the first baseman, number 37, Joe Bramanti. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 4, Jack Arend. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 5, Luis Atilis. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 10, Connor Blandini. And rounding out the order for the Nashua Silver Knights, center fielder, number 21, Barry Walsh. They'll be opposed this afternoon by Pittsfield Suns pitcher Kelvin Sosa.
For Kelvin Sosa on the season, you take a peek at his stats. He is currently no record with a 1.97 ERA and 6 appearances, 2 starts. He's pitched 13 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 3 runs all earned, 13 walks to 12 strikeouts.
And we'll take a look at the defensive lineup for the Pittsfield Suns. Kelvin Sosa takes the hill. Andrew Fernandez is behind the plate from third to first. We'll have Beckett, Cormier, Colley, and Baruch. From left to right in the outfield for the Suns is Bogus, Cooney, and Kronk.
Outfield dimensions at Wacona Park come as follows. 310 down the left field line, 377 in left field, 374 in center field, 403 the power alley. That's the deepest part of the ballpark. That sits in right center field, and 305 down the line. Leading off the contest will be the left fielder, number 41, Kyle Sandstrom.
Leading off for the Silver Knights, the left fielder, number 41, Kyle Sandstrom.
That was a weird echo. Sandstrom, 297 hitter with a homer, 14 RBI. He's played in every single game here for the Silver Knights.
Guy that the Silver Knights have definitely relied on all season long, looks like.
Be a lefty versus lefty confrontation with the first pitch of the contest. Hits the upper inside corner for a called strike. This ballgame starting off at 6:34 p.m.
297 hitter, has a home run, 14 RBIs, 9 extra base hits.
That one a hot shot going into left. Here comes the left fielder, but he's going to play off a hop, that being Bogus, and there's a base hit there for Sandstrom, which again is a really good reason why he's batting leadoff. Hits like that.
A workhorse all year for these Silver Knights. It's no small feat to hit almost 300 and 111 at bats. That's no fluke there. So no surprise that Sandstrom gets on to lead off the game for the Knights.
The shortstop, number 7, Noah Lucier. 291 hitter, homer, 6 RBI. First pitch, that one's upstairs for a ball, 1-0.
It's going to be a big bounce back game here for the Pittsfield Suns. See if Kelvin Sosa can go deep into his outing here.
That one struck foul backwards. And foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, one thing that may become a factor in this game here, it's something we've seen quite a bit, the sun. There's not a cloud in the sky, and we're likely to see a sun delay today. However, it is a scorcher right now. Hot and humid. The sun's out there in their black alternate uniforms. As fresh as those uniforms look, that could be problematic as the game goes on.
They're wearing the alternative black uniforms. White Pittsfield edged out in yellow. Red numbers on the left abdomen. White numbers edged out in yellow on the back. White pants with a black and red trim down the side. Swing and miss. Makes it 2-2. They're electing to go with the black cap and the black brim with the Suns P logo.
It's definitely an interesting day to choose to wear those uniforms on.
You're telling me, man. As I said, as much as I like the way they look, that's going to be some cooking players out there.
This pitch misses high, and now the count is full at 3-2.
Kelvin Sosa, he started in 2 games so far this season, but he's appeared in 7. This will be his 3rd start, 7th appearance. He's got a 197 ERA. He's pitched relatively well here for the Suns.
Called strike 3 on the upper outside corner. On a pitch that 1 was suspect, 2 was a late strike call.
That was a very late strike call. I was almost certain that was going to be ball 4 there.
Jared Dupere.
Right fielder number 18, Jared Dupere, is now going to bat in from the left-hand side. Dupere, 275 hitter, 6 homers, 21 RBI. Out in front of this as he moves his back foot. You're not going to get any contact with a swing like that. Count is 0-1.
As you said, Colin, Sosa with pretty strong numbers so far this season. The only thing that stands out negatively for him is he's allowed more walks than strikeouts, 13-12.
This one, a tapper headed towards first. First baseman can't get it out of the glove. Throw over to second for one. They'll get the lead runner at least. So Baruch throws over to Cormier. That'll go 3-6 on the fielder's choice. And now we'll bring up the DH, Dylan Jones, donning the number 6 jersey. Jones leads the team in average, 355, a homer, 24 RBI, which leads the team. Also, it's tied for the league lead. Fielder's choice will go 3-6. And Dupere replaces Sandstrom. Both are runners. Dupere with a slightly lower percentage. He's 2 for 3. Sandstrom 2 for 2. And stolen bases. First pitch, that's in there. Calling strike, 0-1.
Dylan Jones is a guy that doesn't hit for a lot of power. He has just 1 home run this season, but he does have 33 hits, so very good contact hitter, hitting 355 this season.
Slow bender. This one drops low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
On top of that, he's riding a 6-game hitting streak coming into today's action.
So has 5 RBIs in those last 3 games that he's played in as well.
Yes, sir. 3 hits on July 3rd against the Bravehearts, the first of a doubleheader.
Pickoff throw over to first.
And then he picked up 2 more in the evening game there, both wins for the Silver Knights.
This pitch does hit around the knee level. So 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 gone. Runner on first, just getting underway here in Pittsfield. Time is called. Here's a pitch. Tries to make him chase low and away. Does not do so. Now 2-2.
Going back to that fielder's choice by Dan Baruch. Started by Dan Baruch, that is. Nice damage control play by the Suns there. Baruch had some trouble getting it out of his glove, but they were able to get the lead runner, which is, I suppose, most important in this scenario. Keeps the danger to a minimum.
Pitch misses outside. Count is 3-2.
Sosa was walking off the mound after that one. He thought he had Jones.
That one was up and away, definitely.
Dupere going to be off with a pitch. And the payoff is low. That'll be a walk. Also bring up first baseman number 37, Joe Bramante.
The first baseman, number 37, Joe Bramante.
Well, you said it, Steve. This Kelvin Sosa pitcher, he has his troubles with the walks, and already 1 on the board for Sosa. It's walk number 14 of the season. He had a high of 7 walks on June 26th against the Brockton Rocks. A 4-3 loss for the Pittsfield Suns. They also had 8 strikeouts in that game as well. So, guy that's here to probably fix most of those issues, which hasn't fared out very well yet.
Bramante batting .281, a homer, 14 RBI. A bender here from Sosa is on the inside corner. Called strike 0-1.
That's a nice off-speed pitch by Sosa. Well located as he praises Bramante with that one.
Here's the pitch off the nub of the bat. That's going to go foul. Now mark it 0-2. Dupere had a huge jump over at second. He might have been able to steal third. I say might because there's still Andrew Fernandez behind the plate.
Never an easy task with that man behind home.
Here's a pitch. Swung on, fouled out first base side. That's going to go out of play. They go over that blue house.
going to be key to get out of the inning here. Limit the damage already. 2 runners on. There are 2 outs.
Here's a pitch. Bender called strike 3 on the inside corner. Not a back door, but a front door. Great curve there from the lefty. Marks it 2 strikeouts in the inning and 3 total. No runs off 1 hit. No errors. 2 men left. We now head to the home half of the first. No score between Nashua and Pittsfield as we now present to you the starting lineup for your Pittsfield Suns.
Leading off this afternoon for the Pittsfield Suns will be the center fielder, number 7, Jack Cooney. Batting second, the designated hitter today, number 12, Matt Valenti. Batting in the 3 spot, the third baseman, number 28, Taylor Beckett. Batting cleanup for the Suns this afternoon, the left fielder, number 18, Jeff Bogus. In the 5 hole is the catcher this evening, number 8, the baby shark, Andrew Fernandez. Batting 6th, playing second base, number 21, Jack Cawley. Batting 7th and playing first this evening, number 19, Dan Baruch. Batting in the 8th spot, playing right field is number 2, Kyle Cronk, and rounding out the order for the Suns today, the shortstop, number 5, Nate Cormier. They'll be opposing Cooper Anibal for the Nashua Silver Knights.
Take a look at Anibal on the season. As we take a look at his pitching, this will be his first outing here for the Nashua Silver Knights, if my stat sheet has it correct.
That is also what I found, so what are the chances we're both wrong?
Very high.
Yeah, you're right.
Take a look at the defensive alignment for the Nashua Silver Knights. Cooper Anibal starts. Jack Aaron is behind the plate. From left to right it goes Achilles, Lucier, Blandini, and Bromonti. From left to right is Sandstrom, Walsh, and Dupere.
And the Silver Knights electing to go out in their road red unis. Blue signs going down the signs from underneath the arm. Nashua Silver Knights logo on the front of the jersey. They got blue numbers edged out in white on the left abdomen as well as on the back. Red pants with the blue trim down the side. Blue cap, red brim with the Nashua Silver Knights Knight logo.
Cooper Anibal, Endicott College, 2-2 record, 1 save in 36 innings. Gave up 35 hits, 17 runs, 15 of those earned, 5 walks, 27 strikeouts, allowed 2 homers, and a 3.75 ERA this past season.
Overall, not bad numbers. That walk-to-strikeout ratio is pretty impressive.
Number 7, Jack Cooney.
And he'll be the hometowner for the Suns. Came in as a pinch hitter and defensive replacement yesterday on the 4th of July. Center fielder number 7, Jack Cooney, on the season for the Pittsfield Suns. He's done quite a bit here, batting .262. No homers, 4 RBI, 14 walks to 10 strikeouts. He will tap this one foul on the first pitch, 0-1.
Cooney has been a very solid presence at the plate for these Suns.
Here's the windup from Anibal. That's a check swing that goes foul back into the field of play right in front of Nashua's dugout. Count will be 0-2.
262, a good 13 points above the team average. So not a bad season at all for Mr. Cooney.
That's in there. Called strike 3. So bring up designated hitter number 12, Matt Valenti. Valenti's been a bit of a slow starter, but he's coming back. Only 10 games played. He's 6 for 29. 207 batter, no homers, 1 RBI. That just misses inside low. 1-0 here to Valenti. Hot shot going in the right center gap. Going back as a right fielder here, Dupere. This one's going to go over his head, and this one's going to 2 bounce off the wall. And that's it. He's thinking about 3, and he's going to get in there. The throw will come in, but it's way too late. That's a stand-up triple by Matt Valenti.
Wow. Impressive hit by Matt Valenti. He found the power alley with that one. That had a lot of life right off the bat. Did not hang up there for too long, and more than enough time for him to motor into third base. No sweat from Matt Valenti.
It's his first triple of this season so far.
Like I said, he's a bit of a slow starter. Again, this is only his 11th game played, but he's been really getting it going late.
Actually, his first extra base hit of the season.
Their baseman number 28, Taylor Beckett for the Suns. pretty much the same spot, only 9 games played, but he's 2 for 30. It's 0-67. Pitch hits the inside corner. Count is 0-1, as also Beckett has 4 RBI.
I will add to that stat you just listed off there, Colin. That is the 7th triple recorded on the year by these Suns.
Out in front of that one is Beckett. Swung on and missed.
Why is that a significant number? I don't know. I just liked it.
They don't lead the league in triples. Still not bad stat to have. The 0-2. This one over the third baseman's head. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI single for Taylor Beckett. And the Pittsfield Suns take an early 1-0 lead.
I love to see that out of the offense here in this first inning. Wasting no time in trying to put last night's loss behind them. Already up 1-0. Love that.
Left fielder number 18, left-handed hitting and fielding, Jeff Bogus. Bogus on the season, 284, homer, 12 RBI. Runner on first, 1 gone, 1 in for the Suns. Pitch misses outside, 1-0.
Taylor Beckett maybe starting to get it going after that hit. Just 2 for 30 coming in, 1 for 1 with an RBI single here today.
This one drops low in the dirt, now 2-0. So going back to that previous marker that we were talking about for the teams, but who is currently in the lead with triples? And that would be Bristol with 13, Brockton behind at 12. Pittsfield in 5th with only 6. Now 7, actually. That pitch also misses low. 3-0, and the lefty here, Bog, is going to have a free pitch.
Well, it's certainly no numbers to sneeze at there. 13 and 12 triples, not easy to come by in any stage of the game.
Here's a 3-0. That misses outside, ball 4. The catcher number 8, Andrew Fernandez. He's going to dig in.
The catcher number 8, Andrew Fernandez.
242 hitter, homer, 6 RBI. Never gets old.
No, not once. Not once have I ever regretted hearing that at this ballpark.
From the stretch, Annabelle with the pitch. Off the end of the bat, this one going towards the pitcher. A throw over to second for 1. Can't get it out of the glove, over to first. Oh, they do get him over at first on the bouncer. So that'll be a 1-4-3 double play, just getting him over at first. That will end the inning. And in the inning, 1 run comes in off of 2 hits. No errors, they have 1 left. We now head through 1 full to the top of the second. It is 1-0. Suns lead it over the Silver Knights. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
They're your friends. They're your neighbors. They're even famous entertainers. They're teachers.
Okay, class, settle down. Open your books.
They're scientists and astronauts. They're hams. They're 650,000 strong, and they're just like you. Earning your amateur radio license is easy. Just contact the American Radio Relay League at 1-800-326-3942.
Leading off the Silver Knights, the catcher, number 4, Jack Aaron.
It'll be the number 6 hitter, catcher number 4, Jack Aaron, as you just heard. Looking at Aaron on the season for the Silver Knights, Aaron batting .240, no homer, 11 RBI. The windup from Sosa, and the pitch misses the outside corner by about maybe 2 inches. 1-0.
I just want to point out that during that pre-inning warm-up, we saw Andrew Fernandez throw a laser down to second base from his knees.
What else is new?
This kid is a wizard behind the dish.
It's incredible. That pitch clipped at the knees for a call strike. It's 1-1 as the 1-1 is high over the outside part of the plate. 2-1.
Jack Aaron is the catch today, but he's made 2 appearances on the mound, 1 1/3 innings, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts.
That pitch misses high. 3-1 the count.
He's faced 4 batters and got them all out. So it's a 0.00 ERA, tied for best in the league.
For unqualified pitchers, yes.
Obviously.
Popped up to Collie over at second. And in the sun, he will make the catch.
Now, I can't speak toward away games that we have not covered, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time we're seeing Jack Colley make a start at second base.
That's correct. He's played everything but short in the outfield, I believe. Third baseman number 5, Luis Atiles. 224 with 7 RBI. First pitch. Misses the outside corner, 1-0. Just misses outside as well. Now 2-0.
Tilly's was 2 for 4 in yesterday's loss to the Worcester Bravehearts. 2 runs. Also struck out once as well.
2-0, swung on and missed. That was ball 3, but he swung and missed, and now it's 2-1.
He's a contact hitter, 2 extra base hits on the season out of his 17 hits that he has. 8 walks to 15 strikeouts. 2 for 2 in stolen bases.
High fly ball towards center. Getting underneath this is Cooney as well as Kronk, but Cooney calls off the right fielder, and the center fielder makes the catch.
Well, I will say, Kelvin Sosa, so far in this game, hasn't been tremendously sharp. He's issued a few 3-ball counts. Been a little errant with his command, but he's gotten these Silver Knight batters to swing, and as a result, he's only issued 1 walk so far.
Bender, that misses low to the second baseman, number 10, Connor Blandini. Looking at Blandini, 5 games, he's 2 for 16 with 3 RBI. Off the end of the bat, that one goes foul, and on a rocket, that's going to go over towards the beer tent, which is perfect for a hangover helper night presented by Mosquito Squad. And the Pittsfield Suns trying to get over their hangover of a loss yesterday.
Yes, sir.
That hits over the plate, but high. 2-1 the count. High fly ball down the right field line. Going back here is Kronk, and this is foul, and he will run out of room.
Just barely running out of room there. As that ball sneaks over the right field foul wall.
Smart play by Kronk, though, being aware of his location on that play, not crashing into the wall on a play he ultimately couldn't have made.
Here is the slow wind and the 2-2. A hot shot into right. Deep going back is Kronk, and that's at the wall. It will go off his glove and will go for a home run. He crashed into the wall. A solo shot for Blandini, and that is his first, but Kronk just ran out of room, crashed into the wall just off the tip of his glove, nearly had it, but that is going to be a solo home run by Connor Blandini, and the Silver Knights tied up at 1 apiece.
That one's got to hurt for Kelvin Sosa, but that's got to hurt more for Kyle Kronk. He very nearly had that one, and he stood at the wall for a minute after that one went over. He certainly wishes he could have had that one back.
Center fielder number 21, Barry Walsh, will now dig in, and the pitch is high, 1-0. Walsh, 13 games, but he's only 2 for 23. Bit of a slump to start things off for him. No homers, 2 RBI. That pitch misses high as well, 2-0. Here's a 2-0. Big swing and miss. Oh, boy. The windup on that swing coming back, I was worried. Human body's not supposed to bend like that. Here's a 2-1. Swung on chopper over towards short. Grab there by the shortstop Cormier. Throw over to first. Baruch has it. It's in time, and that will end the inning, but not before the Silver Knights tied up with a solo shot off the glove of Kronk by Connor Blandini. And that will end the top of the second. 1 run off that homer, no errors, and nobody left. We head through 1.5 to the bottom of the second. Suns tied up with the Silver Knights 1 apiece. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
In times like these, violence in our schools is a reality. So it's important to know what to do if a dangerous situation arises, and also how to prevent it. Kids, never bring a weapon to school. And if you see a student with one, or even hear someone talking about having a weapon, report it immediately. If something doesn't seem right or look right to you, speak up. If someone you know is showing signs of anger, or if you are feeling out of control, tell someone. If you feel threatened or bullied, tell someone. Violent acts often start out as small disagreements. Tell a parent or teacher if you see an argument taking place. It's better to let someone know about a disagreement before it gets out of hand. Let's put an end to these tragedies. Ask your school to adopt an anti-violence program. Visit ncpc.org to learn more about how to keep your school safe. That's ncpc.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Do you suffer from the heartbreak of brain rot, feeling bored, sluggish, listless, not had a new idea in days? Using electronic gizmos without a clue why they work? Now there's help. Ham radio, guaranteed to stimulate your corroding neurons and open a whole new world of excitement. To learn more about ham radio, go to helloradio.org.
Side effects of ham radio usage include mental stimulation, desire for education, new career paths, understanding of technology, and cases of addiction have been reported. If you experience any of these symptoms, you're welcome.
Ham radio. It's not your granddaddy's radio anymore.
Now it's about the second baseman, number 21, Jack Colley. He is going to dig in, and the first pitch he sees is in there for a called strike. The count here is 0-1. Colley, 181, no homers, 3 RBI. That misses low, and the count now is 1-1.
Colley, a guy that strikes out quite often. Last time he didn't strike out in a game was May 31st.
That hits in there for a called strike, 1-2 now.
That was just the second game of the season. Colley has played 16 straight, not straight games, 16 games since then. He struck out at least once in all of them.
And a ball with the pitch. Big swing and miss there, and that's going to be strike 3. That streak is unfortunately going to continue. And this will bring up first baseman number 19, Dan Baruch. Baruch batting .205, no homers, 3 RBI. Great defensive first baseman for the Suns offensively. He's still trying to get it together.
Sir, he is owner of the patented Baruch special over at first base, which we saw on display early in this game.
Pitch, dead red, call strike, 0-1.
2 extra base hits in 9 hits so far this season. 1 double, 1 triple.
Sir, he's the owner of one of those 3 baggers for the Suns.
That misses low.
That triple just so happened to come against these Nashua Silver Knights in Nashua on a 4-3 win on June 23rd, when Baruch went 3 for 4.
And the breaking ball, that looks like that missed out of the zone high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 gone.
Fortunately, Baruch, since that game, he's 0 for his last 10, looking to turn it around here tonight.
Off the end of the bat, we'll go foul. Now 2-2. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. At Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Billy Madewell, Steve O'Brien Jr., Colin Quinn on the call. Bottom of second, 1 gone. It is tied between the Pittsfield Suns and the Nashua Silver Knights. It's a 2-2 count to Dan Baruch with 1 gone. And a ball with the pitch. High fly ball deep to center field. Going back is the center fielder, Walsh, but he's going to watch this one go way over his head. And that right off the bat is absolutely crushed on a line drive. And just like that, the Pittsfield Suns strike back with a homer of their own. And now retake the lead by a score of 2-1.
Well, that's 3 extra base hits now for Dan Baruch. 1 double, 1 triple, 1 home run. So how about it? That one right off the bat was a shot straight away center field, no doubt about it. Well done there by Baruch.
Baruch with a big hit, and you can say welcome to the smoke show because, boy, howdy, was that one smoked. Baruch, his first homer of the year. Bring up the right fielder, number 2, Kyle Kronk. As the first pitch misses inside and tight. Count is 1-0. Kronk had to play defensively where he could have robbed a homer back in the top of the frame, but just went off the edge of his glove as he banged into the wall. 1-0, that does hit in there, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one, a tapper over towards short. Club by Lucier. Throw over to first. Down by a half step.
Nice hustle by Kronk down that first base line. He made the play close at first, but ultimately the arm of Lucier beat him.
Shortstop number 5, Nate Cormier, is now going to step up to the plate, and the last man to do so for both teams. Cormier, 204 batter in 19 games played. No homers, 10 RBI.
That's not a bad RBI mark for Cormier. Despite hitting only 204, that's 5th best on the team in terms of ribbies.
Pitch misses low here to Cormier. Low, 1-0. This one is in there, about lower outside quadrant. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just hitting the outside corner there was Annabelle. That's called strike 2. 1-2. Here to Cormier.
It's been a while since Cormier has had an RBI. He's gone 6 straight without one.
1-2 out in front of it. Goes out to right, but right there is Dupere. He will collect the final out of the inning. But much like last inning, it's 1 run on 1 hit, which is a home run. This one to the first baseman, Dan Baruch. And now we head over to top of the 3rd through 2 full. Suns retake the lead. It's 2-1. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Did you know the 3rd leading cause of fire deaths for older adults is cooking? Hi, I'm Rob Neal from the United States Fire Administration with important fire safety tips for seniors. Never leave cooking unattended because a serious fire can start in seconds. Don't wear loose clothing while cooking. Keep towels and pot holders away from the range. Double check the kitchen before you go to bed or leave your home. This message is brought to you by the United States Fire Administration, your local fire department, and this radio station.
Give yourself the gift of a comfortable retirement by setting some cash aside for yourself. Saving a little of your monthly income can be as affordable as the average holiday gift. If retirement is near, you'll want to start saving right away. If you're younger, begin saving now, and compound interest will help your retirement funds snowball. A great way to figure out how much you'll need to save for retirement is to learn how much you'll get from Social Security. Do that in minutes at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator.
Pittsfield Suns now head to the top of the 3rd. 2 homers in the second, 1 apiece. Pittsfield Suns have retaken the lead. It is 2-1.
Leading off with the Silver Knights, the left fielder, number 41, Kyle Sandstrom.
He singled to left field to begin the contest on a 0-1 count. And the first pitch from lefty to lefty. Pitch is low in the zone for a ball, 1-0. Sosa with the 1-0. And when a breaking ball looked like a changeup, but missed high. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball is now 2 balls, rather.
Interested to see how the sun starts to become a factor here. So the delay is right around the corner, unfortunately.
That also misses out of the zone high. Now it's 3-0. Missed low, high, and high. Now he needs to find some middle ground in every sense of that phrase. Here's a 3-0. That one's high and in. That's a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. Bringing up Noah Lucier, who struck out looking.
Shortstop, number 7.
We have an opportunity real quick as well. Some quick tips and tricks here for the FCBL and a trip around what's happening right now.
We'll take a look at the FCBL. North Shore Navigators already defeated the Westfield Starfires in game 1 of a doubleheader, 7-4. The Navigators put up 3 in the 7th. The Starfires also putting up 3 in the 7th, but it wasn't enough as that game only goes 7 innings.
Good curve there from Sosa. The count is 0-1 as a pitch bended in there, and again 7 innings because of the doubleheader.
Correct. And so the Navigators win that one 7-4, just underway in the top of the first. Worcester Bravehearts and the Bristol Blues.
Flashing bunt, but missing, pulling back in time. It's 1-1.
And that is a scoreless game in the top of the first with a runner on second base for the Worcester Bravehearts. And still to come, North Shore Navigators and Westfield Starfires game 2.
Pitch is in there.
That game will start approximately 7 o'clock, which is 10 minutes late. So anytime now the game should be starting. The Pittsfield Suns lead the Nashua Silver Knights 2-1. A solo home run by Dan Baruch has put them ahead.
Pitch misses high and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody gone here in the top of the third with a runner on.
Get to some MLB scores a little later in the night when they start really coming along.
Out of the zone low. Now it's full 3-2.
Another 3-ball count here by Sosa. Starting to lose command a little bit as we continue on in this one.
High fly ball foul first base side. And misses high. That's going to be a walk. Another one given up here by Sosa. That's already his third. And here comes Brandon Shalikas. We already saw season high 7 out of Sosa 3 appearances ago in the start. Just rough for him. He's already halfway there. Or I should say almost halfway there.
This is a bona fide situation now for the Suns. First 2 men on to lead off the inning. Nobody out. And 2 runners on. This could become problematic for these Suns pretty quickly if Sosa can't get it under control.
Well, Sosa, he had his problems with that one game against the Rocks, the 7 strikeouts. But other than that, he had a 3-walk game, a 1-walk game, and then a 2-walk game. So he hasn't been terrible at walking players. It's just the 3-ball counts and getting up there in pitch count so quickly. Batters have been really able to stay back and wait for Sosa to deliver a strike.
Well, that'll be a ball that moves low, 1-0.
And taking a look at his track record, as you were mentioning, Colin, those 2 sort of problem games for him. One in which he allowed 8 hits, another in which he walked 7 men. All longer outings of the season, so to speak. 3 and 2/3 on that 7-walk game, 5 full in that 8-hit game. Every other game on the register has been 2 innings or fewer, and he has not allowed a run to score in any of those outings.
Right, that start against the Rocks was a start, and then the game against the Starfires was also a start. Otherwise, he's come right out of the bullpen.
Here's a 2-0. Hot shot to the first baseman. Oh, boy, goes off his glove. He's going to take it himself. The throw over to second is a tag. Is applied, but it's not in time. And time is called. Baruch got drilled.
Lost his glove on that one. Nice recovery by Baruch. Take that one with his bare hands and record at least an out at first.
He got absolutely smoked, as I think time is going to be called for a little bit here just so Baruch can catch his breath here. He caught that one off his glove up to the chest area. It looks like he maybe caught it on the hand as well.
Yes, sir. That was hammered by Jared Dupere. And now, 1 man gone here in the 3rd inning, and 2 runners in scoring position for the Silver Knights. The Suns are going to have to work hard to get themselves out of this one.
Especially with a man at the plate, Dylan Jones leads his team in average.
Swing and miss there. Not going to continue with a swing like that. Counted as 0-1.
One of the best contact hitters in the league, in my opinion. 24 RBIs. Delivers when there's runners in scoring position. That's to say the least.
Pitch moves inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So a ball, a strike. Runners on second and third here for Dylan Jones. The 1-1. High fly ball going out to right. Going back here is Kronk. He's going to charge in. He has it. Let's see. The throw is going to go over to third, and it is not in time. That'll be a sacrifice fly for Dylan Jones. And it's all knotted up once more, this time at 2 runs apiece.
The first baseman, number 37, Joe Bramante.
Well, that one looked like it might have been a little more trouble off the crack. That one pushing Kronk deep into right field, but ultimately the Suns do get an out of it. Now a chance to end the inning without any further damage.
That pitch, that's in there, a called strike. Joe Bramante will see the 0-1. Swung on a miss, and now the count is 0-2.
Bramante's another guy, 27 hits, 9 of those being extra bases, 14 RBIs, so also can get the job done with runners in scoring position, just like Dylan Jones just did.
The 0-2 bends but doesn't, and it's 1-2.
Had a home run in yesterday's game to Bramante. Solo shot. His only hit of the day in the loss to the Bravehearts.
The 1-2 caught on a miss for strike 3. That is going to end the inning. A run comes in off of no hits, no errors, and 1 left. 2.5 to the bottom of the 3rd. It's still knotted up now. 2-2 between Nashua and Pittsfield. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Do you suffer from the heartbreak of brain rot, feeling bored, sluggish, listless, not had a new idea in days, using electronic gizmos without a clue why they work? Now there's help. Ham radio, guaranteed to stimulate your corroding neurons and open a whole new world of excitement. To learn more about ham radio, go to helloradio.org.
Side effects of ham radio usage include mental stimulation, desire for education, new career paths, understanding of technology, and cases of addiction have been reported. If you experience any of these symptoms, you're welcome.
Ham radio. It's not your granddaddy's radio anymore.
So here's my cell phone number, my husband's cell phone number, and here's the number to the grandparents. The number of the restaurant we'll be at. It's just down the block. And I told the neighbors you were here. So if anything happens, anything at all, don't hesitate to call. And what's your cell phone number again? I don't think I put that in.
Honey.
What?
Honey, he'll be fine. Okay, let's go.
I know you're right.
The odds of a babysitter calling 911, 1 in 1,400. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn some of the signs. No big smiles or other joyful expressions by 6 months. No back and forth sharing of sounds or facial expressions by 9 months. And no babbling by 12 months. To learn more of the signs and more about autism, visit autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Bottom of the third, but top of the order. And it'll be Cooney, Valenti, Beckett. 2 up, on deck, and in the hole. Pittsfield Suns currently tied up with the Nashua Silver Knights by a score of 2-2. Cooney from Pittsfield struck out looking his first time up. That pitch jots low here to Cooney. The count here is 1-0.
Well, after being shut out yesterday to the North Shore Navigators, the Pittsfield Suns have been able to put 1 run up in each inning so far.
That one swung on and missed.
They look to continue to do that in this inning as well.
Yes, sir. That is a trend in the right direction for these Suns. It looks like Nashua is here to give them a game. They might need these runs.
A 1-1 is a big curve, and that one nicks the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the third. 2-2, Nashua and Pittsfield. And the pitch. Big swing and miss. That'll be strike 3. Way out in front of that one was Cooney. Now he's got 2 strikeouts, bringing up the designated hitter, Matt Valenti, with a huge triple in the right center gap. Later score.
Been a struggle lately for Jack Cooney over his last 10 now. 5 strikeouts as well.
Jaws hits the lower outside quadrant. Called strike, a 1-1. Here's the 0-1 from Annaball. That one kicks in the dirt. A ball, a strike, 1 gone.
Sun starting to get lower in the sky above left center. Likely not far away from a sun delay this afternoon, as there's not a cloud in the sky.
That one, oh boy, that was a beautiful locator pitch from Annaball. Lower outside black, and now it's 1-2.
We got lucky yesterday in avoiding the sun delay.
Yeah, somehow.
Swung on foul back. We'll go again to 1-2. They were about to call it, but then clouds came and then they went away, and for some reason we didn't have one. One, 2, misses low and away. Oh, got a piece there of Errand. 2-2 is now the pitch count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one also fouled off right field side, and this one will go foul and hits that blue warehouse. I wonder how many dents that Payne has. It really no,
probably too many to count, man.
Which is hilarious. Payne meets Payne. Hannibal with a slow wind, the 2-2. Swung on again, fouled off. This one down the right field line, hits off the 10. It's going to go at the feet of someone, but he's going to let it go and have someone else grab it. What a guy.
Valenti putting up a really nice at-bat here. Already 1 for 1 in the game.
3 continuation fouls and the 2-2. Swung on this one, pulled to left field, and he wins it after 8 pitches. Valenti gets his second hit of the ball game with a slow grounder and a seeing eye single to left field.
Tremendous at bat there by Valenti. Long at bat, running up the pitch count of Cooper Anibal and getting a hit. He's now 2 for 2 here on the day. And the designated hitter is doing just that for the Suns.
First pitch, that bounces, a pickoff bluff throw over to first. Taylor Beckett also with a single to left field like Valenti over on first.
Guy that struggled mightily this season so far. One for one with an RBI. Maybe start getting it going here tonight.
Here's the 1-0. Slow curve, misses high over the outside part of the plate. Maybe outside as well, but missing the zone either way. 2-0.
And oddly enough, we saw it a few days ago. Taylor Beckett, he of mighty struggles at the plate this year, but seemingly tossing them all behind him for a home run derby performance against the North Shore Navigators.
Up the middle towards the second baseman. He's going to throw it over to short. Throw over to first is not in time, and it goes into the dugout. So that will be, with the shift on, a 4-6 fielder's choice and a throwing error E6.
Left fielder number 18, Jeff Boggins.
So they played the shift correctly, but the shortstop there, Lucier, had to run a long way. Just threw it way off balance and goes into the dugout.
Nice to see a couple of guys who have not had tremendous success at the plate this year. Matt Valenti and Taylor Beckett reaching base in both of their plate appearances, respectively.
The left fielder, Jeff Boggis, batting from the left side. He walked on 4 pitches. He will continue to wait for a strike call, and 3 inches at least off the plate, and it's called a strike. Count is 0-1. Here is the 0-1. That's low for a ball. Count 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the scoring position here, Boggis, who's been hot as of late. 2 hits yesterday in the loss to the Navigators, went 3 for 5. The game before that, a home run for himself.
The 1-1 misses low as well. Now it's 2-1.
Bringing the right guy up to the plate here. One of the hottest hitters for the Suns over the last 5 games or so.
And the 2-1 bounces in, gets away from the catcher, but Aaron is right there. No advancement at all, or even a thought there from Beckett. Now it's 3-1.
That's a smart hold by Beckett at second base. He more than likely would have been gunned down at third had he tried to advance.
So after a questionable strike 1, 3 straight balls, and Boggis still hasn't seen a pitch that has been a true strike.
Might want to consider holding off here, unless it's right down the middle if it's your pitch. Take it and send it to where he sent the last one he had a home run for.
3-1. He does swing on it. It's foul third base side. Tilly's going to chase. He's in fair territory, and he will make the play after fighting the sun, and that is going to end the inning in foul territory. The pop out to Achilles. So in the inning, no runs off, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. Now 3 full to the top of the 4th. Nashua Silver Knights and Pittsfield Suns tied at 2-2. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Getting your child home safely
Tap your views together 3 times.
is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Top of the fourth, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters, Ahrens, Achilles, and Blandini. This is how the second inning started. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. Ahrens, Achilles, and Blandini went pop out, fly out, home run. Time is called by the batter, Ahrens. And the pitch, a chopper. It's going to have to be backhanded by the shortstop. A jump throw over to first, and he got him. What a play there by Nate Cormier. Turn back the time on your watch. We're in the time machine. Derek Jeter with a standard jump throw like it ain't no thing.
Wow.
What a play.
Wow. Nate Cormier. Like you just said, man, like it ain't nothing. And the Dan Baruch special at first with the stretch, he's a little, looks like that one might have got him a little bit, but he carries on.
That is in there, called strike. Count is 0-1.
Yeah, that's I think that's one of the best plays that we've seen so far from a Suns player.
That is just below the kneecaps, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's definitely up there, man. It's definitely up there. That was spectacular.
We've seen some great gloves at third base, but nothing like that. Derek Jeter type play. That's shortstop nonetheless.
Swung on and missed, and the count now is 1-2. That pitch misses inside. Somehow snow cone there by Fernandez. Two balls, 2 strikes, and Sosa with a pitch. That's called strike 3 on the inside corner. Achilles looked back. Wasn't expecting it, but that was on the upper inside corner.
Nice location there from Sosa, picking up his 4th strikeout of the night here.
A chance at a 1-2-3 inning here for Sosa. That would be very nice to put the last 2 innings behind him. The home run in the second.
That one
walks.
Just missing the inside corner to Blandini, 1-0.
2 walks and a run scored, or a run allowed rather, in the third. So a 1-2-3 here would be very nice for Sosa to shake that off.
Seriously, I'm going to have to clip that shortstop play from Cormier rather. So on a line drive right over to center. That's going to quickly end the inning on the line out. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Now heading to the bottom of the 4th through 3.5. Suns are tied with the Silver Knights at 2 runs each. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
So here's my cell phone number, my husband's cell phone number, and here's the number to the grandparents. The number of the restaurant we'll be at, it's just down the block. And I told the neighbors you were here, so if anything happens, anything at all, don't hesitate to call. And what's your cell phone number again? I don't think I put that in.
Honey.
What?
Honey, he'll be fine. Okay, let's go.
I know you're right.
The odds of a babysitter calling 911, 1 in 1,400. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn some of the signs. No big smiles or other joyful expressions by 6 months. No back and forth sharing of sounds or facial expressions by 9 months. And no babbling by 12 months. To learn more of the signs and more about autism, visit autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Check it out, it's the Terminator. Hey, when'd you get back, huh?
Did you have to shoot anyone? Why are you so distant? Are you not happy to see me?
So what's the deal? You gonna get a job now or what?
Why are you being so jumpy? Put all that stuff behind you, okay?
No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. Join other veterans at communityofveterans.org because we know where you're coming from. Brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council.
Now the bottom of the 4th inning for the Pittsfield Suns. They are tied up with the Nashua Silver Knights by a score of 2-2. As the Pittsfield Suns bring out their 5, 6, 7 batters, Fernandez, Colley, Baruch. Fernandez grounded into a double play, just barely a double play. This one, a high fly ball, skied out deep to left. Going back is Sandstrom on the run. He will not make the play. It bounces just off the edge of his glove. First pitch, a stand-up double there for Fernandez.
Well, I was just about to say, Andrew Fernandez has been struggling with the bat a little bit lately. 0 for his last 14 plate appearances. His last hit was June 26th against the Rocks. When his average is at 306, it was now down to 242 coming into today's contest, but he quickly silenced me on that one.
Here is Jack Colley, a strikeout his last time up. Suns already a runner in scoring position here in the 4th. And the pitch. Slow curve. It's in there. Call strike 0-1. He's going to have to watch out for that slow curve because that breaking ball just hung up there, and Colley could have easily driven that one. Now the 0-1. Fastball, this one towards the left field, and that's going to be a base hit, advancing the runner over to third. And that is back-to-back singles, and oh boy.
The first baseman, number 19, Dan Baruch.
Dan Baruch with a smoke shot solo homer to dead center field his last time up. Suns already on the gaining for the cycle with that double by Fernandez. This is a big opportunity here for the Suns.
Well, good effort out there in left field. Nonetheless, on the double by Andrew Fernandez by Sandstrom, made the dive right along the line. That ball just stayed fair. But now the Suns have runners on the corner. Dan Baruch, a guy already with that solo shot, to put this game well in good position for the Suns at least.
Yes, sir. What a treat that would be to see. I think we might need to rename the Baruch special at that point.
This one, where did that one hit? I think it hit the umpire.
Hit off a mask. Must have, as the catcher Aaron there going to home plate umpire Chase Stout. And taking second on that play was Jack Colley.
I think umpires are going to get together and discuss something here.
Yeah, that's going to go down as a pass ball. Yep, they're going to call it.
Sun delay. And just as the Suns were threatening to score here with no men out and runners in scoring position, we'll see the action come to a halt, unfortunately.
So that's a pass ball that advances a runner. That one just off the edge of the glove, hit the umpire on the mask. I don't think any one of those two saw it, but with it affecting baseball outcome, with the runners on second and third, nobody gone, a 1-0 pitch to Dan Baruch. We're going to a sun delay, an hour and 2 minutes into the contest. So we'll be right back with the Pittsfield Suns baseball mid-game show during the sun delay right here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Did you know the third leading cause of fire deaths for older adults is cooking? Hi, I'm Rob Neal from the United States Fire Administration with important fire safety tips for seniors. Never leave cooking unattended because a serious fire can start in seconds. Don't wear loose clothing while cooking. Keep towels and pot holders away from the range. Double check the kitchen before you go to bed or leave your home. This message is brought to you by the United States Fire Administration, your local fire department, and this radio station.
The following commercial is sponsored by feedthepig.org, an organization devoted to helping you save money. We will not entice you with messages like
Lowest prices in town. Dealer approved, certified pre-owned.
nor will we brag about our
Huge selection. Enormous variety.
we will offer no contingencies like
See store for details. Legal exclusions apply.
because we simply want to help you spend smarter and save better. Log on to feedthepig.org. Find the benefits of saving for every stage of life. Brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Check it out. It's the Terminator. Hey, when'd you get back, huh?
Did you have to shoot anyone? Why are you so distant? Are you not happy to see me?
So what's the deal? You gonna get a job now or what?
Why are you being so jumpy? Put all that stuff behind you, okay?
No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. Join other veterans at communityofveterans.org because we know where you're coming from. Brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council.
So here's my cell phone number, my husband's cell phone number, and here's the number to the grandparents. The number of the restaurant we'll be at, it's just down the block. And I told the neighbors you were here, so if anything happens, anything at all, don't hesitate to call. And what's your cell phone number again? I don't think I put that in.
Honey.
What?
Honey, he'll be fine. Okay, let's go.
I know you're right.
The odds of a babysitter calling 911, 1 in 1,400. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn some of the signs. No big smiles or other joyful expressions by 6 months. No back and forth sharing of sounds or facial expressions by 9 months. And no babbling by 12 months. To learn more of the signs and more about autism, visit autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Hi, this is Paul McCartney on behalf of RAD. If you're drinking, you can't drive my car or any car. Remember, if you're partying this holiday season, don't drink and drive. Got it? It's just not worth it. Doesn't make sense. Thank you.
Yes, I'm gonna be a star.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Getting your child home safely
Tap your views together 3 times.
is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You suffer from the heartbreak of brain rot, feeling bored, sluggish, listless, not had a new idea in days, using electronic gizmos without a clue why they work. Now there's help. Ham Radio, guaranteed to stimulate your corroding neurons and open a whole new world of excitement. To learn more about ham radio, go to helloradio.org.
Side effects of ham radio usage include mental stimulation, desire for education, new career paths, understanding of technology, and cases of addiction have been reported. If you experience any of these symptoms, you're welcome.
Ham Radio. It's not your granddaddy's radio anymore.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Currently in the midst of a sun delay as the Pittsfield Suns taking on the Nashua Silver Knights. It is the bottom of the fourth, runners on second and third, and a 1-0 count. But we are back in the booth here. Going to wait for this sun delay to finish up. It's going to be maybe a little bit of a lengthy one, guys. So what do we have in the world of sports?
Well, I can take the lead here with this one. Just a little bit of MLB news for you, Colin. If you want to do some scores later, I'll leave that to you. Shane Bieber, Liam Hendricks, Max Muncy, all names that you will now see in the All-Star game this season. The 3 of them were named to the All-Star roster as injury replacements, quote unquote. It is the first All-Star game appearance for each of them. Max Muncy will be taking the place of the Nationals' third baseman, Anthony Rendon, who has said he's been battling some ailments leading up to Tuesday's All-Star game. So Rendon stepping down there. Muncy will step in for him. Bieber and Hendricks, meanwhile, will replace Rays right-hander Charlie Morton and Rangers left-hander Mike Minor, as they, that being Morton and Minor, are scheduled to pitch on Sunday. So Shane Bieber, Liam Hendricks, Max Muncy will be heading to the All-Star game for the first time in their career. Meanwhile, Odubel Herrera, the outfielder for the Philadelphia Phillies, will accept a suspension for the remainder of the 2019 season, including postseason, for violating MLB's joint domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse policy. So, yes, and the Phillies issued a statement saying that they're glad to see that he has accepted the suspension as maybe an indication of his willingness to learn from this and change his behavior appropriately. So
that's a pretty big loss for the Phillies. It's a decent player that they have in the outfield to go alongside Bryce Harper. So, I mean, can't have guys like that in the league at
absolutely
all.
not.
No, zero tolerance for that. It's especially in baseball, but you see that in NFL all the time where guys are getting cut from teams. I think of Kareem Hunt right away.
It's an odd thing to see at times, especially in the NFL, because you'll see that kind of thing happen, guys like Kareem Hunt getting cut by the team. But then again, that's the Kansas City Chiefs stepping in and saying that, okay, this needs to change.
Kudos on them for it.
Oh, absolutely. But, you'd like to see, I don't know, a suspension, like a year suspension, maybe longer than that. We've seen kind of little or lax discipline out of the Office of Commissioner in the NFL on that sort of thing lately.
You look at the whole Greg Hardy case and his entire career.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
And that is Exhibit A in case closed.
Yeah.
And the defense rests.
Absolutely, man.
Or the prosecution rests, rather.
I hear you. No, I totally hear you there, my friend. Totally hear you there.
We know. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
No, I refuse. I'm muting.
All right, he's gone.
All right.
The 2019 Home Run Derby bracket has been set. That'll be on Monday. Coming Monday.
Fine. I love it.
It'll be very, very fun. basically they rank each player from 1 to 8.
Yep.
And then the one seed goes against the 8 seed, 2 versus the 7, 3 versus the 6, and 4 versus the 5. The number 1 seeded Christian Yelich out of the Milwaukee Brewers will take on.
Surprise there.
Right, exactly. He'll be taking on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from the Toronto Blue Jays. So
That is a superstar showdown right there.
I'm a little surprised to see him as the 8th seed. I'll be honest about that.
I am too.
That's interesting. But go on.
Since Guerrero's call up, he's just been raking the ball. He started off slow, didn't hit too many home runs. I think it took him like 7 or 8 games to get his first home run. But since then, he's just been hitting and launching the balls. He's been playing almost every day for the Blue Jays. Now the Red Sox just had a series against the Toronto Blue Jays, which he took 2 out of 3. And Guerrero, I don't think he might have hit 1 home run.
He has the pedigree for it. That's for sure.
Definitely. That's going to be a good 1 versus 8 matchup. But the 2 versus 7 is Pete Alonso from the New York Mets, a guy that's hit 27, 28 home runs already. He's been so under the radar this season. He'll go up against Carlos Santana of the Cleveland Indians. So Pete Alonso, a 27, 28 or so home run hitter, taking on Santana. The 3rd versus 6 seeds are Josh Bell from the Pittsburgh Pirates, a guy that has just been hammering the ball way out of ballparks. He'll be taking on Ronald Acuna Jr., and Ronald Acuna is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a second-year player out of the Atlanta Braves. So we'll see how that matchup goes. In the 4 versus 5, Alex Bregman, a familiar face if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, as he plays for the Houston Astros. He's put some daggers in the hearts of Red Sox fans over the past 2 seasons. Although the Red Sox did beat the Astros last season, he still did some damage. But I remember back in the 2017 season,
yes, sir,
he hit the ball hard against the Red Sox in the postseason and basically ended their season right there by himself, single-handedly. And he'll be taking on Jock Peterson of the Los Angeles Dodgers. This will be the first time that Peterson has been in the home run derby. He's been in there before. A guy that can also obviously hit home runs and a multitude of them as well. So those are your 2019 home run derby participants. There's going to be 8 of them. It's the 1 versus 8 seed Yelich and Guerrero Jr., Alonso and Santana is the 2 and 7. Josh Bell, Ronald Acuna Jr. is 3 and 6. Alex Bregman and Jock Peterson are the 4 versus 5 seeds. The home run derby odds. Josh Bell actually has the very best odd to win the home run derby at 3-1. Christian Yelich comes in next 4-1. Pete Alonso 5-1, tied with Vlad Guerrero Jr. at 5-1. Jock Peterson at 8-1. Carlos Santana also 8-1, and then rounding it out is Alex Bregman and Ronald Acuna Jr. at 12-1.
Now, I will note while we're on this subject, if you want to go online to ESPN.com and pick a perfect bracket and predict the longest home run, player and distance, you can win $250,000.
Wow!
On that home run derby, so
worth a shot.
We have seen a lot in the way of those sorts of bracket challenges as of late.
Yep. March Madness especially.
Oh yeah, the billionaire bracket challenge or what have you. But you know, that's not 8 guys. That's not.
It's pretty good.
I would say the harder of the 2 challenges to meet there would be to predict the longest home run.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, the longest home runs. Here we go. Longest home runs by each player this season.
All right.
462 feet.
I like this.
From Christian Yelich. 458 feet from Pete Alonso. 474 feet from Josh Bell, a guy that can just smash the ball. 440 from Alex Bregman. 445 from Jock Peterson. 466 from Ronald Acuna Jr. He only has 20 home runs on the season, though. 447 feet from Carlos Santana, 19 home runs on the season. And 451 feet for the young boy of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He has 8 home runs this season, obviously because he started late. That's his career total in 8. So a guy that has the best odds to win it has also the longest distance home run in the 2019 season at 474 feet. Josh Bell.
I have one all-star question.
Yes.
I'm a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Where in the world is Xander Bogaerts on that All-Star roster?
Yeah.
Made it.
He made it finally. Yeah, he made it as a replacement.
I was about to say.
That
That would have been the biggest snub in All-Star history.
Was a criminal offense that he only made it on as an injury replacement. But, I mean, I guess sometimes that kind of thing happens
every single year.
So
really
that is a major snub.
Oh, I agree 1,000%.
I think another snub from the Red Sox is Rafael Devers.
Raffy's been having a pretty good year.
Either, and he's been a guy that's been one of the most consistent Red Sox players all season long.
Okay, here's an MLB question for the two of you. Is Michael Chavis good? 'Cause he seems pretty good. And
I have my opinions about.
Yeah, I would like to hear them.
It's Chavis, not Chavez.
Chavis.
Oh, I'm thinking of Oakland A's third baseman from back in like 2010. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, it's a brand.
Oh,
new
I
rookie
know who you're
guy,
talking about.
A rookie guy, Michael Chavis. For me, Michael Chavis is either a guy that is going to hit a home run or strike out.
And that's unfortunately the way of baseball as it is
That's
right
about
now.
right.
It's either all or nothing, and I'm not saying it's bad for the league, but it's tough. I wouldn't be surprised if MLB does something with the baseball next year, or maybe even the next CBA with not doing anything to the ball where you're going to strike out more, you're going to hit home runs more, but something that'll be a little bit more low gravity.
Yeah, it's. I will say this about Chavis: his Twitter presence is
he the guy that
A1?
Love
Love it.
He
At
posts at 11
all the time. Don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what the reference is. Don't know why he decides to go with that. Say again.
What is the reference?
Oh, it's like, okay, it's I'm gonna get this wrong, so I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look this up officially.
I'll give you some time here.
Yeah.
Look at Michael Chavis. Well, I got the stats for his last 7 games. He's 6 for his last 21. 3 runs scored, 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. And it doesn't show me the strikeouts, but let me see if I can grab those strikeouts really quick, because I know I watch a lot of the Red Sox games, and he is a guy that either hits home runs or he strikes out, which is really, really annoying. 6 strikeouts in his last 7 games, so he's cut that back. But in his last 15 games, he's got 17 strikeouts. Last 30 games played, 43 strikeouts. And he has 94 strikeouts in 257 at-bats this season. So, I don't know. He's just a guy that goes up there, and sometimes he does good. So other nights he's just so mediocre.
Hit and miss, literally.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly it.
So, as I understand it, the idea behind 11-11 is the idea that there is some spiritual or philosophical significance linked to that time. 11-11, make a wish, that kind of thing. From Wikipedia, some numerologists and New Age philosophies believe that events linked to the time 11-11 appear more often than can be explained by chance or coincidence, and is an example of synchronicity. Some authors claim that seeing 11-11 on a clock is an auspicious sign. Others claim that 11-11 signals a spirit presence. So there you go. That's your little web gem on 11-11. I'm Steve O'Brien. I'll be here all evening.
Here all season long, hopefully.
Philosophy 101 with Steve O'Brien,
Yeah, right.
ladies and gentlemen.
Professor O'Brien Jr. That was not my degree.
You're using Wikipedia, though. Didn't you?
Oh boy!
I will. All
Aren't
right.
you a college graduate? Did you get the spiel on how unreliable?
Wikipedia is a perfectly acceptable source in certain scenarios, and I am willing to.
It is a third-party source.
I am willing to die on that hill.
It is a third-party source.
I mean, I'm a fan
It's
of Wikipedia.
hearsay
It gets the information
source.
across. So you get what you need out of there, but you just.
It is. In my opinion, it is a perfectly acceptable way to get a general knowledge based on what you should be looking for in terms of a subject.
Right. I agree.
I would never cite Wikipedia as a source on any of my professional or student papers. It's not ever.
You know what? Let me pull up your resume and see if
But
I can find it here. I'm
definitely-
pretty sure.
definitely does not say
Right.
Wikipedia on there, boss. I will
Yikes.
promise you that. That's not something to be proud of by any means.
I mean, it depends on who you're asking.
I mean, unless you're editing Wikipedia and you're good at that, in which case I tip
Oops.
my cap to you. Is that you, Billy?
Wacona Park, yes.
Oh, all right. No, I was going to say that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't say Wikipedia scanning is necessarily something that I could put on my resume. Well, anyway, we're about to get back to baseball action here as the players retake the field. We're going to see if this sun delay has any impact on the Suns' chances here in this inning. They got 2 men on and nobody out. Dan Baruch stepping to the plate. He hit a home run last time. So, I mean, that's about as good an opportunity as you can ask for at this point in the game for the Suns. We'll see, if the sun delay has any impact on their chances.
It looks like they're waiting for their runner at second base, which would be Jack Cawley. Cawley must have been in the locker room
Where
taking
you
a
at,
couple
boy?
extra minutes. There's no sign of Mr. Cawley.
Yeah, he's right there, I'm pretty sure.
I don't see
Yeah, they're saying, hurry up, hurry up,
I was
hurry
going to
up.
say, so if he doesn't show up, do they have to pinch run for it?
It's not there.
Is that
No, Cowley's over on
Right,
third.
it's Fernandez they were waiting for. He just ran to the dugout. Got to grab his helmet. Looks like
Typical catchers.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Cawley is the runner on second, though.
Right.
So he'll make his way over there.
Here he is. We're ready to play ball.
Hey, we got it.
Cooper Annabelle is actually back on the mound, so we're gonna have what was it, about a 20 or so minute delay?
22 currently, maybe 23.
It's not too bad.
22,
bad. I mean,
23-minute delay.
you know.
It's not terrible. He did throw that one pitch. Or he has thrown a couple pitches at least in the bottom of the fourth inning, but we're gonna get underway and see if Dan Baruch can lift the Suns here.
I say not too bad. That's from a broadcaster perspective.
It's the 1-0 count, and the pitch misses low. Official time is 22 minutes on the sun delay. More or less par for the course.
Not bad.
Runners on second and third. Fernandez on third, Cawley on second. No outs. It's a 2-0 count here to Dan Baruch. Infield is shifted to pull. This one is pulled in between short and second into left center field for a base hit. No one's grabbing it. They're going to have the runner come home. The throw home is not in time. Just a slow roller. No one got to it. That's an RBI double by Dan Baruch. And the Pittsfield Suns now double up the Nashua Silver Knights by a score of 4-2. So the sun delay already in effect as a detriment for the Nashua Silver Knights.
Wow, I guess someone's feeling it tonight, huh?
Have a day, Dan Baruch. A home run and a double already in this game.
Yeah, I was going to say we're only in the fourth inning.
There you go. Have a nice day, Dan Baruch. He's been doing so many things defensively on the field, but hasn't really got his bat going as of yesterday, I guess, but today it's just been a different story for him.
Really glad to see the Suns cash in on those 2 runners, especially after the delay.
This one gets away from Aaron almost, somehow able to sprint out of the squat to grab that one. It's 1-0.
That could have become a bit of a sore spot for this team had this game stayed close into the late innings. Would have gone, man. They looked like they were about to strike in that fourth inning until the sun delay happened, but not to be.
It's a 1-0 count. The pitch bounces again, blocked on the shoulder by Aaron. That's easily a wild pitch. And they may want to just speak here with Annabelle. He has not gotten his control in at all. He's only thrown 1 strike since coming back because Baruch smacked it in the Bermuda Triangle between short, left, and center for a double and 2 RBIs on that 2-bagger.
And that one bounced about on the grass prior to the dirt lip in front of
that was a
plate.
50-footer,
Yeah,
not a 55-footer. So the runner for Jack Cawley, who scored, that is now earned because of the wild pitch. And that also misses low now, 3-0. Still nobody gone. Runner on third. The infield is in.
There's still nobody warming up right now for the Silver Knights.
3-0. That's on the lower outside corner. Just barely a strike, 3-1.
Well, kind of steered that one in there. Looking to just pick up the outside corner.
They need to get something going. You would expect with a 22-minute sun delay that someone should have been at least warming up towards the latter 5 minutes, potentially. Here's a 3-1. Bounces, and that is going to be a walk here to Kyle Cronk. Now to bring up the shortstop, number 5, Nate Cormier. A fly out to right. And one of the best defensive plays you will see from a shortstop.
That was pretty spectacular. We've seen some strong defensive work on that side of the diamond from Colley and his compatriots at third base, and from Bryce Osmond and Nate Cormier at short. Osmond's had a number of tough throws across the diamond, but that Cormier play was a step above.
Kyle Jackson talking out with the pitcher as well as Jack Aaron.
Now batting for the Suns, the shortstop, number 5, Nate Cormier.
Jack Aaron trying to get the defensive alignment. And we'll get it. Again, runners on the corners, nobody gone. 2 runs already in. Suns lead at 4-2.
Also, good on you, Nate Cormier, for the walk-up song, Circle of Life from The Lion King.
Considering the sun is setting and that's a focal point.
I am very into that.
I can only agree. Pitch hits at the knees for a called strike, 0-1. Infield again slated to pull here against the right side. That hits in there, called strike. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Billy Madewell, Steve O'Brien Jr., Colin Quinn here at Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Bottom of the 4th, nobody gone. Runners on the corners, 2 runs already in. The Pittsfield Suns lead the Nashua Silver Knights 4-2. And here is the 0-2 to Nate Cormier, the shortstop. Misses low and away. Now it's 1-2. One-two, bounces, and if the runner went, he would have easily been in there. Cormier instead settles for first. We'll see if the Silver Knights try to play 2 for 1 with the runners on the corners and nobody gone. Trade the 2 outs for 1 run. They're already down by 2 here, but it's only the middle innings. It's only the bottom of the 4th. Still relatively early. And a ball from the stretch. Checks first. Runner does go. The pitch, hot shot over towards short. No play over at second. Throw over to first is in time, so they'll get 1 for 1. With an RBI grounded by Nate Cormier, it is 5-2 Suns.
Well, productive at-bat there for Cormier, just putting the ball in play. That probably would have been a double play if Crunk wasn't on the move over there at first and second.
Sure.
Get out of it with just the 1 out, but a run on the board.
Those runs always appreciated for the Suns. Big inning for them here, and like you said, could end up becoming a 6th run, depending on the at-bats as we're about to see. They very easily could have been a double play had the runner Kronk not been on the move.
Bounces in yet again. Count is 1-0, and now we see some activity here from the bullpen.
No surprise there. Anibald's really having trouble locating his pitches right now. Bounced quite a few in this inning.
Pitcher warming up with a baseball. 2 players from the Suns warming up with a football. Cooper Anibal has a 1-0 count. The runner, huge jump. The pitch misses low and outside. That's going to be an easy stolen bag there. Kronk had all day and a lunch break right there. Big stolen base here for the Suns. Now runner on third, the infield back in. They'll play for home on a ground ball. 2-0. Swung on foul, tipped. Now 2-1.
Pitcher out of the bullpen is Sean Cormier for the Nashua Silver Knights at New England College.
2-1. Swung on, tapped in front of the catcher. Let's see, a throw over to first is in time, but no one covers home. The catcher and pitcher, a little miscommunication. No one is covering home plate. That is now going to be an RBI for Jack Cooney, but the Pittsfield Suns with a heads-up base running by Kyle Kronk. take a 6-2 lead.
That was tremendous work on the base paths by Kyle Kronk. Taking 2 bases, avoiding the double play by taking the jump prior to that first ground ball up toward the middle, then putting himself in position to come home on that play with the stolen base of third. That's some great small ball for you.
And this is going to do it. BJ Neverett, he's seen enough of Cooper Annabelle. They're going to head over to the bullpen. Pittsfield Suns 4 runs on 3 hits this inning. And all of them earned. We head with 2 outs and nobody on now. Bases are cleared with a new pitcher in the ball game. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
I have a passion for the environment. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. We monitor commercial vessels, making sure our ports and waterways are safe and clean from oil or other hazardous material. We patrol our fisheries, protect marine wildlife and their habitats. With all we do, it's about protecting America.
Were you born ready to protect America? Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Massachusetts Broadcasters Association and this station.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
Getting your child home safely
Tap your views together 3 times.
is just a click away.
There is no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
There's a new pitcher in the ballgame for the visiting Nashua Silver Knights. Replacing Cooper Annabelle with 2 outs, nobody on. It'll be number 12, Sean Cormier, and I believe also in his debut out of Rochester, New Hampshire. Goes to New England College, will be a junior. And this will be his first appearance. And that'll end the line for Cooper Annabelle officially. No one else that he is responsible for. On the night, he only went 3 2/3, 19 batters faced, 6 runs, all earned, 7 hits, including 2 doubles, a triple, and a homer. 2 walks, a wild pitch, 3 strikeouts, 69 pitches, 41 for strikes, currently being set with a loss. And here's Matt Valenti. First pitch, you will see that is in there, called strike 0-1. Thought it was letter high, but it just hit under the letters, it appears. And the pitch. That's high for a ball. Now 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sean Cormier comes in with a 2-1 record at New England College, 3.37 ERA this past season. Gave up 34 hits and 22 runs, 13.
1-1. That bends in for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Gave up 10 walks and 23 strikeouts this season.
Valenti, a triple to right, a single to left. Been spraying it today. The 1-2 swung on, fouled first base side out of play. The 1-2 is dropping low for a ball. 2-2. Try to make him chase, but to no avail. This one is chopped foul towards the Suns dugout. Peterson sprinting to go grab that one. Making sure that Jared Henry does not grab that. So the greedy play is a foul ball and the 2-2. This is high and in. And this will be the 7th pitch of the plate appearance. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Only 1 foul ball this plate appearance. Rather make that 2. This one fouled back, and that's a 3rd foul ball. And that one bounces, and it hits off the flagpole for the second time.
One.
That happened twice now this season. Coincidentally, never happened before. This will be the 9th pitch of the plate appearance. That's high, ball 4. Valenti reaches base for the 3rd straight time, bringing up Taylor Beckett. He reached on an RBI single in the first, and a fielder's choice that was going for a double play ball thrown into the first base dugout for an error. He reached second. Should Beckett reach safely, the Suns will bat around. And the first pitch, hot shot headed towards second. No play at second, but a throw over to first is in time. And that's going to end the inning, but not before the Suns take advantage of the 22-minute Sun delay. 4 runs off 3 hits, no errors, 1 man left. To 4 full, we head now to the top of the 5th. It is 6-2. Suns lead the Silver Knights. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
This will be the number 9 hitter in his second plate appearance. This will be the center fielder, number 21, Barry Walsh. He grounded out to short his first time out. First pitch hits the outside corner, 0-1. Kelvin Sosa, after 22 minutes on delay plus a very lengthy bottom 4, will come out. As that's a big swing and miss from Walsh. The count is 0-2. And for Sosa, he easily sat, I would say probably, if I'm being quite honest, probably about 40 minutes. Here's the 0-2, who just drops low. Good waist pitch, and it's 1-2.
I hear what you're saying, Billy. I definitely think this is a good prove-it inning for Kelvin Sosa. If he can get out of this one with no damage.
Which he will start with a strikeout. Go ahead.
That will be a feather in his cap and not a poor outing by any means, although he has struggled with his command a little bit at times. He retired the last 4 batters he's faced now. That could be a nice end to the evening for him if that's the way this goes. We've seen the Sun delay strike many a pitcher so far this season with some issues. So let's hope Kelvin Sosa can avoid that.
First pitch against the lefty. Misses low. 1-0 here to left fielder Kyle Sandstrom. A single to left, a walk and a run score. High fly ball over the shortstop head. That's going to dunk in for the second base hit for Sandstrom, both to left. And a 1 out, 1 bagger there brings up Noah Lucier, who struck out and walked.
A nice day for Kyle Sandstrom. It's his second hit of the day and his third time reaching base in 3 at-bats. He's been a pretty consistent contributor all year long, and today's no exception.
The only player on the Knights team that's reached base in all of his plate appearances so far.
Lucier sees ball 1 up and away out of the zone. A 1-0. Fouled off first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. A really late swing there from Lucier. Pulling the string there was Kelvin Sosa on the changeup. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first and Sandstrom, and 1 gone. And the pitch hits the outside corner, called strike 3. Also bring up Jared Dupere, fielder's choice, and a ground out. He's 0 for 2.
Well, I like how consistent the umpire has been. He's chased out behind the plate. That outside corner has been consistently called a strike all night long, and he's punched out a couple of guys looking at that pitch.
Shatters his back, going over towards second. 1 play to make over at first in time. That is going to end the inning. Now runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on the 4-3 putout. We go through 4.5 to the bottom of the 5th. Suns lead the Silver Knights 6-2. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
So here's my cell phone number, my husband's cell phone number, and here's the number to the grandparents. The number of the restaurant we'll be at. It's just down the block. And I told the neighbors you were here. So if anything happens, anything at all, don't hesitate to call. And what's your cell phone number again? I don't think I put that in.
Honey.
What?
Honey, he'll be fine. Okay, let's go.
I know you're right.
The odds of a babysitter calling 911, 1 in 1,400. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn some of the signs. No big smiles or other joyful expressions by 6 months. No back and forth sharing of sounds or facial expressions by 9 months. And no babbling by 12 months. To learn more of the signs and more about autism, visit autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Getting your child home safely
Tap your views together 3 times.
is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Back to live action. It goes underneath the glove there of the shortstop on a line drive, racing towards second, a wide turn. He will head back over towards first. He might have had a double if he wanted to test it. That is left fielder Jeff Boggett.
Catcher number 8, Andrew Hernandez.
Big shout out to the 2, 3, 4 men today for the Suns. Valenti, Beckett, and Boggett. They've reached base in 7 of 9 chances today. They have been quite productive on the top of the lineup, and that's to say nothing of the rest of the lineup, who certainly produced in that 4th inning.
First pitch, that's in there to Andrew Fernandez, a called strike 0-1. He shot a double last time up. This one fouled off first base side, 0-2. Going to see that play one more time. That one foul tipped. Back into the net. That's going to be a strikeout there for Fernandez, bringing up second baseman number 21 rather, Jack Colley.
21, Jack Colley.
Going to rule that one a hit.
I think that's the right call, too. It was a bullet right back to the shortstop, a little bit out of his range. I don't think he was really able to get down and really make a play.
Pitch, I would say it's chin music, but it's over his head, literally. And the count is 1-0. Reason why I'm calling Jeff Bogus that base hit is single is because it was a hot shot dart, and that was out of ordinary effort, and I don't think the average shortstop would have made that. As Lucier, he had to pick it off a short hop way out of his range, as you said, pick off throw over to first. Bogus is back in safely. That'll go down as a base hit. Sean Cormier. The pitch holds out, but it's on the outside corner to Jack Colley. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 gone, 1 on. Good lead for Bogus, and the pitch. Ball back towards us. 1-2 the count.
Be interested to see what Colley does here with 2 strikes. He is known for striking out quite often. Already has 1 strikeout in this one. See if he takes a little bit of a different approach here.
Here's a 1-2, misses high, in and out of the glove there of Aarons, but no advancement. 2 balls, 2 strikes. High fly ball deep to right. Going back is Dupere, and this one is going to bounce off the wall and get away from the right fielder. They're going to round the runner, and that is going to be a double. Let's see the play at home plate is cut off. The run scores. The tag is applied, but that is an RBI double by Jack Colley, and the Pittsfield Suns now take a 7-2 lead.
Well, he took a different approach and was able to steam that one out to right field and one-hop the wall. The Suns had an extra one.
That did not miss getting out by much. And my goodness, what a nice moment that would have been for a guy who's had a lot of trouble at the plate this year.
So that's going to go down. Down goes Colley, 9-4-1-5 on the play. Right fielder to the second baseman, cut off by the pitcher, throw over to third. Really no hesitation there. Here's Dan Baruch. What a day as he had. And, he tries to continue it, but he'll have to wait here for it. Count is 0-1 with a swing and miss. Baruch, a solo homer. 2 RBI, 2 bagger, and a run score. This one drilled out to center. Walsh is going back. This one's going to one-hop to the wall as well. And let's see the throw in. Again, not going to be in time. 8 total bases here for Dan Baruch in 3 at-bats. He's 3 for 3 and his second double of the game.
Who is this man?
Are you kidding me, Dan
Wow.
Baruch? Come on, man. Where has this been all year? But in all seriousness, Baruch has been a great player for these Pittsfield Suns. Defensively, he has been stellar. Not crushing the ball for the most part at the plate, but you wouldn't know it looking at his line today. Pair of doubles and a home run. That's a good day at the office.
Here's the first pitch. That is low in the dirt. Catcher almost lost it, and it's 1-0. Suns lead it here 7-2. 5 runs, all unanswered since the Sun delay.
Now that just leaves a couple of guys on the Field Suns starting lineup without a hit today, Kyle Grunk being one of them.
And Cormier and Cooney.
Right.
The next 3 men up, but Cormier does have a RBI ground out. Long hold by Cormier, dancing out there, and now a step off. Dan Baruch just having fun out there. He's hopping around like an NPC in Donkey Kong Country right there.
Oh, I liked that. That was good.
This is a hot shot. This one towards the pitcher. The second baseman drops it. No play. That is going to be tough to rule.
It is. It is going to be tough.
I say that because I think that went off the glove there of Cormier.
Number 5, Nate Cormier.
Let's take a look at that one again for sure.
Yeah, I don't envy you in situations like these, Mr. Madewell.
Well, that's a line drive right here on the ground ball, but as a placeholder, it needs to be put as a hit. It's not officially a hit, don't worry. Just not too quite sure, just quite yet. It's just a placeholder because, well, scoring app. Shortstop Nate Cormier sees a first pitch that goes low, 1-0. Oh boy, is this going to be tough.
It does. I can't tell if it hits the glove there of Cormier, the pitcher.
It looked to me like it did. And this one, it's a broken bat. Dan Baruch faux swipes at it. It'll be a foul ball, 1-1.
Tough to tell. Tough to tell. It may be glanced up off of the glove.
And I think that's what caused the crazy hop.
Right. Taking a couple of looks at it.
Oh, that's so tough on this camera angle.
It is.
You know, it looks to me like it didn't hit his glove. There's no change of direction. Oh boy. Is that one tough or what? One last look. No change of direction. It looked to me like it went over his glove, so I think that one's going to have to be ruled as an error on the second baseman, Blandini. Hot shot going into center, and the center fielder will not get there. A run will score. RBI single by Nate Cormier. It's such a tough play there for Kyle Cronk. And he tried to throw over to first and then third, realizing he didn't have the play.
Center fielder, number 7, Jack Cooney.
Well, this has just been a sight to see. These Pittsfield Suns have come alive today after the unfortunate showing last night against the North Shore Navigators. But I'm going to save that one for the postgame, boys.
That pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1.
Don't want to spoil my talking point too early.
Yeah, we know.
Giving you a hard time. Wow.
Hey, I'll look at it after. Here's the 0-1. Oh, boy, did that had a lot of break vertically.
It did.
Count is 0-2.
Had a lot of break in both directions. That one started at least an inch off the plate and then caught the inside edge.
The 0-2 swung on a high chopper. Tomahawk swing. Shortstop has it. Throw over to first. That is in time, and that will end the inning. 6-3 goes it, but 2 runs come in off of 4 total hits, 1 error, and 2 left. Suns lead it by a score of 8-2 through 5 full. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Give yourself the gift of a comfortable retirement by setting some cash aside for yourself. Saving a little of your monthly income can be as affordable as the average holiday gift. If retirement is near, you'll want to start saving right away. If you're younger, begin saving now, and compound interest will help your retirement funds snowball. A great way to figure out how much you'll need to save for retirement is to learn how much you'll get from Social Security. Do that in minutes at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Top of the 6, 4, 5, 6 batter, starting with number 6, Dylan Jones, the designated hitter. He really doesn't have any at-bats right now. He walked and then hit a sacrifice fly out into right field, so no official at-bat yet. You'll see ball 1 as the pitch is high. Getting flack from the Pittsfield Suns dugout for rolling that play over at second. Thought it was deflected off the pitcher's glove. It was not. Went over to second, just misplayed by Blandini.
Good-naturedly, I will add.
Yeah, I'm getting it all year.
Oh, I believe it, man. I believe it.
Here's the 2-0. That's in there, a called strike. Now 2-1.
One of the reasons I do not envy your position as a scorer.
Now you got flack from your home team.
I'll let you take that all day, buddy.
Here's a 2-1. That one smoked foul. 2-2.
Yes, sir. That did jump off the bat of Dylan Jones. Fortunately, foul for the Pittsfield Suns. They'll ring up a 2-2 count here for Sosa.
Oh, he would have had him dead to rights over at first. Yeah, I'm glad I called that an error. There was no deflection. Here's a 2-2. Outside. Now it's full 3-2.
Well, with 1 out in this inning, Sosa will have his longest outing of the season. He went 5 innings against the Starfires in his first start of the season. That's the longest he's gone. He's already through 5 here. Just needs 1 out to get that 5 1/3.
High pop up. This one towards the left side. Third baseman being called up by the shortstop there. Cormier has it. Joe Bramante, 2 strikeouts. And it looks like there's a pinch hitter. That is number 30, Mike LaRocca.
Number 30, Mike LaRocca.
LaRocca, rather. It is LaRocca, rather. That pitch misses high, 1-0. Looking at LaRocca on the season. 292 batter, homer, 6 RBI. That pitch is in there, called strike. A ball, a strike, a man gone. The 1-1 is fouled back, now 1-2.
Well, Sosa still has it going on here. He struggled a little bit in the second inning, got a little bit iffy, had a couple of walks, but has bared down since and has looked rather sharp out there.
A 1-2 just misses low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a windup and the 2-2. Swung on. Oh, that one hit off the mast there of Fernandez. He shakes his head a bit. He's going to readjust and, try to get back in the game, which obviously he will.
You see some throwing down in the Silver Knights bullpen. Nothing really in the Pittsfield Suns bullpen, which is a surprise. Sosa's pitch count is almost at 90.
Here is a 2-2 from the lefty to the lefty. Misses outside. Good eye there from LaRocca.
Well, we saw something earlier, maybe an inning, inning ago. Perhaps somebody already warmed and just ready to come in.
Here's a payoff. Pitch number 91 is low for a ball. So bring up Jack Ahrens.
The catcher.
They're going to double check and see if the pitcher is ready out there. This could very well be Sosa's last batter, let alone inning.
We do see.
The pitcher is ready out in left. Pitch, curve, hits at the knees. A called strike, 0-1.
I believe the pitcher out there is Sean Gamlin, number 24.
Big swing and miss there. Now the count is 0-2. Aaron, all swing, no contact. LaRocca's over at first. More than likely, he'll straight replace Joe Bermonti. Pitch. Oh, just missing outside.
Hear the crowd here at Wacona grumbling on that one. That's one that very close to, if not identical to, something we've seen called a strike 3 on a couple of occasions.
This one foul back. Count is 1-2. Sosa from the stretch, checking LaRocca on first. 1-2. Out in front. Oh, that's fouled off of the batter, Aaron. BJ Neverett has got that one. He's the head coach for Silver Knights. Again, we'll go to 1-2. And this will be pitch number 97. 1-2. Swung on a miss for strike 3. More than likely, this will be the final batter that he sees.
The third baseman, number 5, Luis Atil.
Achilles is 0 for 2. Fly out and a strikeout. Almost at 100 pitches. This will be pitch number 98. Misses outside.
If he does record this out, he gets the quality start. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, well.
Pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. The correct call. This will be the final batter that he does face.
Got to go for it.
Pitch number 100 forthcoming. Pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 1. It's 2-1. He needs this out or a fielder's choice or something.
Well, he still has nice life to that fastball.
Even after 100 pitches, yes.
Impressive indeed.
A really good pitcher here tonight.
2-1. Swung on a miss for strike 2. Can he end his outing on a positive note? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. An 8-2 lead for the Pittsfield Suns. Here's a 2-2. Pitch is high for a ball. Full count. He does have a lot of walks that he gave up today. 4, including 1 this inning. He does not want to end with 5. Time is called. Here's a payoff. Foul back will go again. Off with the pitch was LaRocca as he was forced. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for Nashua. 8 runs, 11 hits, 0 errors. Swung on. This will go up the middle for a base hit. Runner will advance over to third, but what an outing there for Kelvin Sosa. Just 1 out shy of the quality start. That's going to be a base knock there for Luis Achilles. And that is going to end the line for Kelvin Sosa. The pitch limit has come and gone. And the Pittsfield Suns will see a new pitcher with runners on the corners with 2 outs. And the Pittsfield Suns will go to a new reliever. So we'll be right back with more Pittsfield Suns baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network following the ovation there for Kelvin Sosa, the starter.
I have a passion for the environment. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. We monitor commercial vessels, making sure our ports and waterways are safe and clean from oil or other hazardous material. We patrol our fisheries, protect marine wildlife and their habitats. With all we do, it's about protecting America.
Were you born ready to protect America? Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Massachusetts Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, we're talking to real smokers about quitting. Tell me when you smoke and why you smoke.
Eat, cigarette, kids, cigarette, dinner, another cigarette.
One on my way to lunch, one after lunch.
And another cigarette, and another cigarette.
Have you tried to quit?
Yes. I become angry.
It ain't that easy. You can't just quit cold turkey. I tried.
What would you do different?
Actually having a plan and thinking it through.
You have to relearn how to live your life without a cigarette in your hand.
With the right plan, you can quit smoking. Free at becomeanx.org. X, a new way to think about quitting. Brought to you by X and the Ad Council. Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change.
New pitch in the ballgame for the Pittsfield Suns. That's number 24, Sean Gamlin. With runners on the corners, on third, LaRocca on first, Attiles. This will be Connor Blandini. He's 1 for 2 with a solo homer that just eked over the right field wall and off the glove of Kronk. That pitch misses out of the zone high, 1-0.
Getting our second look of the season at Gamlin. He pitched back all the way on June 4th in a losing effort to the Worcester Bravehearts. He picked up the loss in that game. That's the only appearance he's had here at Wacona Park.
Here's the 1-0. Oh, boy, a lot of digits on that, but it misses low. Now 2-0.
His last outing against the North Shore Navigators, he went 1 2/3, giving up no hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 batters faced.
He's got a fastball that reaches 93, a circle changeup, and a curveball. That pitch just misses inside. Count is 3-0 from the 3-sport high school athlete. He lettered in cross country, indoor track, and baseball. (3-0). That is high. That's going to walk. The bases loaded, bringing up the center fielder, Barry Walsh. More notes on Sean Gamlin. He's a strikeout artist. Currently has 67 strikeouts and 46-plus innings pitched in his career at FSU. That's Fitchburg State University. He only has 1 error in his career as a pitcher, which is, well, not something to shake a stick at. That's really low for a pitcher. And his best game just came back almost 2 months ago on May 11th, where he went 2 innings full, 2 hits, 1 earned, 5 strikeouts in those 2 innings, and walked none. So the bases loaded here for the Silver Knights, trying to crawl back. They're down by 6 in the 6th. Sean Gamlin with the pitch. And it misses low. Good stop there by Fernandez. Somehow doing some sort of trickery with flexibility there. That's ball 5 now in a row. Gamlin has not seen the strike zone. The 1-0, that's a big swing and miss there from Walsh. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Gamlin with the 1-1. Swung on this one towards short. Pats the diving shortstop into left field. They're going to hold up the runner as no, the left fielder lost it. No one's covering third. The throw into third is high. Not in time. Everyone moves aboard, and that is going to be an RBI single by Barry Walsh. Another run comes in off the fielding error by Jeff Boggess, and it is now 8-4.
If the Suns aren't careful, this is a trouble inning brewing here with 2 outs. They've already allowed 2 runs, as we just saw, and now 2 more runners in scoring position.
So Ben Irvine coming in to pinch hit here for Kyle Sandstrom. First pitch. That's in there, a called strike. And the next pitch, low and outside. Now 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not sure entirely what the logic here is in pinch hitting Irvine for Sandstrom. I mean, Irvine, not a poor hitter by any means at 247, but you're dropping almost 50 percentage points in Sandstrom to Irvine. Sandstrom, he of 2 hits already today.
That's in there for a called strike. Now it's 1-2.
I was going to say the same thing myself. Very interested in that decision. Sandstrom has been a guy that's been so reliable all season long for the Silver Knights. And with the runners in scoring position, both second and third, Singlewood driving 2 here.
That is fouled off. Only 1 RBI for Barry Walsh on his single. They were holding up the runner, but then the fielding error by Boggess had him score. Gamlin, the 1-2. Hits the outside corner, called strike 3, and that is going to end the inning. 2 runs do come aboard off of 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left, both in scoring position. Through 5.5, now to the bottom of the 6th. Suns doubling up the Nashua Silver Knights 8-4. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Check it out, it's the Terminator. Hey, when'd you get back, huh?
Did you have to shoot anyone?
Why are you so distant? Are you not happy to see me?
So what's the deal? You gonna get a job now or what?
Why are you being so jumpy? Put all that stuff behind you, okay?
No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. Join other veterans at communityofveterans.org because we know where you're coming from. Brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
They're your friends. They're your neighbors. They're even famous entertainers. They're teachers.
Okay, class, settle down. Open your book.
They're scientists and astronauts. They're hams. They're 650,000 strong, and they're just like you. Earning your amateur radio license is easy. Just contact the American Radio Relay League at 1-800-326-3942.
There's a new pitcher in the ballgame here for the visiting Nashua Silver Knights. It is the right-handed hurler, the man with a lot of characters in his name, number 29, Jared Norcross Plord. He will come in relief here for Sean Cormier. For Cormier, 1 1/3, 9 batters faced, 2 runs, both earned, 4 hits, including 2 doubles, a walk, a strikeout, 29 pitches, 21 for strikes. Matt Valenti will dig in. He is 2 for 2 with a triple, a walk, and a run scored. Here's a pitch. That misses low for a ball. 1-0 is the count from Norcross Plord. This one is chopped foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, Norcross Plord is a guy that's been known to give up quite a number of runs. An 0-1 record with 11.73 ERA in 8 games, 7 2/3 innings pitched.
This is his zone. 2-1.
8 strikeouts to 10 walks, 13 hits given up. His last appearance, he went 2 innings, giving up 1 run. It was earned, a hit, a strikeout to the Worcester Bravehearts.
Norcross Plord with a pitch in the dirt, now 3-1. Three-one bounces away. And let's see, Valenti is going to trot towards first, but really no advancement from there. Valenti reaches base for the 4th straight time. Time is called. Taylor Beckett will dig in.
The third baseman, number 28, Taylor Beckett.
Beckett, an RBI single, fielder's choice, and a ground out. He's 1 for 3. This one snow-coned by Aaron. I mean, it's a hot summer day, but this one is well high. It's definitely going to give you a good old buzz cut on the top of your head if that one goes more in. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody gone. Runner on first, Matt Valenti there. Norcross Plord from the stretch, the 1-0. This is high, 2-0. And here comes the pitcher to talk things over. Why don't we go with a quick trip around the FCBL, see what's happening.
Well, we got a lot of things going on in the FCBL currently. The North Shore Navigators already defeated the Westfield Starfires in game 1 of a doubleheader. It was a 7-4 victory for the Navigators. In game 2, currently going on, the North Shore Navigators and Westfield Starfires are tied at 6 apiece in the top of the 5th. 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Navigators, 6-0 for the Westfield Starfires. All eyes are on the game in Bristol in the Worcester Bravehearts as the Bristol Blues are tied atop first place.
Pitch misses low here to Beckett. Now 3-0. Going to see a free pitch here.
They're tied atop first place with the Pittsfield Suns, but it's the Worcester Bravehearts who are all over the Blues. It's 14-0.
Holding all the way. 3-1.
Worcester has 14 runs on 18 hits, 1 error. Bristol just picking up their first couple of hits in the recent innings. They're in the bottom of the 6th with no runs, 3 hits, and 1 error.
Foul behind us. Well, they hit off the merchandise booth. Well, that's certainly going to scare the our colleagues there in the booth.
The Bravehearts have scored at least 1 run in every single inning so far in the bottom of the 6th. They lead it 14-0.
Fastball bounces in for a ball. Valenti thinking about third, will stop. That one just missed the entire plate, overthrown. Here comes Kyle Jackson as Jeff Bogus will dig in. Any scores around the MLB?
Let's give it a look. There's definitely Friday night, a lot of games on tap. Every team in action. Their last series before the All-Star break, the mini All-Star break that they have. The Kansas City Royals are in Washington taking on the Nationals. It's 2-1 KC in the top of the 5th. The Milwaukee Brewers are in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. 1-0 Brewers, bottom 5. The Toronto Blue Jays are hosting the Baltimore Orioles. That game just went to the bottom of the 6th with the Orioles leading it 2-0. The Boston Red Sox and Detroit Tigers are in a delay of some sort currently. The Red Sox leading it 3-1 over Detroit. The New York Yankees and Tampa Bay Rays battling it out at the Trop. 3-2 Yankees in the bottom of the 6th. New York Mets and Philadelphia Phillies are in New York. 2-1 Mets lead that one. The Phillies just one run on one hit. The Miami Marlins and Atlanta Braves in the top of the 6th. Scoreless.
At first pitch, misses outside, maybe low against the lefty Bogus. Count is 1-0.
Los Angeles Angels and Houston Astros, bottom of the 3rd. Angels lead that one 3-1.
Misses low again, 2-0.
A delay of some sort going on in Minnesota as the Texas Rangers and Minnesota Twins have yet to get underway. A couple of games going on later today. 9-10 is the Colorado Rockies and Arizona Diamondbacks.
Swung on a miss there is Bogus.
San Diego Padres and Los Angeles Dodgers get underway at 10-10. Oakland Athletics and Seattle Mariners also 10-10, and a 10-15 start between the St. Louis Cardinals and San Francisco Giants.
That hits in there at the knees for a called strike. Now marker 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out.
And just some interesting news out of the world of tennis today. A young 15-year-old is headed to the round of 16 by the name of Coco Gauff, or Corey Gauff as she goes legally as.
Pitch well inside. No throw over to second, but way in. 3-2. Good for her.
Yeah.
15 years old, and she's making some good money, and she is well on her way to the round of 16.
Don't quote me on this, but didn't she knock off one of the Williams sisters
She
on
did.
her way
Venus,
there?
Round 1, Venus Williams.
Runners go. The pitch is down in the dirt, and that got a piece of errand, I think. Taking some extra time here. Tilly's going to talk with his pitcher, but 3 straight walks. And I think BJ Neverett has seen enough.
Sure has. Norcross Plord could not find the strike zone whatsoever here. 3 walks is his high in an outing. He did that against the Brockton Rocks. But this will be his lowest outing of the season. He didn't even go a third of an inning.
So they'll go 0+. And new pitcher in the ballgame for the Silver Knights. We'll find out who it is when we come back with more Pittsfield Suns baseball as the bases are loaded and nobody gone in the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
You must be your fairy godmother. Yes.
It doesn't take a fairy godmother to tell you that the right fit means everything.
Good heavens, child. You can't go in that.
Children under 4'9" need to be in a booster seat because they aren't ready for adult safety belts alone. Many parents miss the important step of booster seats.
Maybe you better explain things to him.
Booster seats raise your child up so that a safety belt designed for adults will fit and protect them properly.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Remember that 4'9" is the magic number, and get your little pumpkin there safely in a booster seat.
Hop in, my dear. Oh, thank you.
And like Cinderella, you can live happily ever after.
It's like a dream. A wonderful dream come true.
For more information, visit boosterseat.gov. This has been a message from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
Check it out. It's the Terminator. Hey, when'd you get back, huh?
Did you have to shoot anyone? Why are you so distant? Are you not happy to see me?
So what's the deal? You gonna get a job now or what?
Why are you being so jumpy? Put all that stuff behind you, okay?
No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. Join other veterans at communityofveterans.org because we know where you're coming from. Brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council.
New pitcher now in the bottom of the 6th. Still nobody gone. Bases loaded. 3 straight walks there for Jared Norcross Plord. It is going to be number 15, right-handed sidearm specialist. This is Joe Grissett. And the Pittsfield Suns now with a golden opportunity. They already lead by 4. They lead at 8-4, doubling up the Nashua Silver Knights. So Andrew Fernandez will see the new pitcher. Grissett with the pitch. Almost gets away there from the catcher. Dribbles away, but not too far enough.
How good has Jack Aaron been tonight behind the dish? He's been battling a lot of balls back there, a lot of wild pitches that could have been, but he's been there to really save a couple of runs at least.
Sir, that is the kind of praise we usually reserve for Andrew Fernandez, the man at bat, but you are absolutely right.
Pitch gets away on the side armor, and that's the play home. The pitcher's not there. He's not covering. They would have had him dead to rights. The pitcher did not cover. Still no one's covering the plate. Third baseman Attilius was about to head home. That is ball 2. And now the Pittsfield Suns lead it by 9-4. That one swung on, foul tipped. Back to the catcher. It's 2-1.
Just as we were talking about Jack Aaron, do you kind of lets that one go? Not his fault whatsoever. A wild pitch, nowhere close to him, but just couldn't get in front of that one.
2-1. Swung on a miss there from Fernandez. Now 2-2. Two doesn't hit in the zone. It misses outside. Now the count's full 3-2. But the infield end, Nashua is already down by 5 now. Still nobody gone here. Joe Grissett, the sign, and the pitch. Outside, ball 4. We'll reload the bases.
It's been 4 walks in this inning. That's how all the Suns players have reached base.
It's not necessarily the offensive explosion that we've seen so far, but you'll take it any way you can get it. A run's a run, and a bases loaded, no out situation is a bases loaded, no out situation. Jack Colley with a chance to put this one firmly out of reach.
That pitch is in there at the knees for a called strike to Jack Colley. He is 2 for 3 with a single, run scored, and RBI double. That is over the zone, lower outside quadrant. 0-2 here to Colley. Beckett on third, Bogus second, Fernandez first. Pitch. Swung on, foul back towards us. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Billy Madewell, Andrew. Wow, I'm going back to last year. Steve O'Brien Jr., Colin Quinn on the call. Wow, sorry, Andrew. Just muscle memory at this point. Pitch is low. It's 1-2. Pittsfield Suns in the bottom of the 6th. Runners all over. Bases loaded. Nobody gone. It's a 1-2 count to Jack Colley as the Pittsfield Suns have a 9-4 lead over the Nashua Silver Knights. Pitch misses inside.
It's a good take by Colley. One looked like it might have been a little closer than we're comfortable with, but good take.
2-2. Swung on, foul back. That's going to bounce off the concourse and will just eke over the fence. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody gone. A run already in. It's 9-4 Suns. The pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. It's the first out of the inning, bringing up the first baseman, number 19, Dan Baruch. Boy, what a game has this young man had today. He is 3 for 3 with a home run, 2 doubles, 3 total RBI, and 3 total runs scored. He is responsible for 6 runs in the ballgame. And that alone is enough for the Suns right now. Grissett with the first pitch. That hit him. Got him right on the legs. That's going to be a hit by pitch. And Baruch gets another RBI. This one the easy, hard way.
Well, Baruch wasn't very happy about getting hit by that pitch. I think he wanted to twist out of the way and really get a good at-bat in there. But
put up 3 or 4 ribbies.
Exactly, but unfortunately for him, he just gets hit by it.
And I'll have to settle for 1 RBI. Second baseman Kyle Kronk, as the bases are reloaded. Bogus on third. Fernandez on second. Baruch over on first. That's in there. A called strike. 0-1. Now the 0-1 does hit outside corner. Now 0-2. Another point of contention we can get to as well. The 0-2 swung on. Oh, boy. That one almost got a piece of Gedman. Somehow he's able to twist and turn away from that one. Next pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Kronk can't believe it. He said that was inside.
Well,
we got some late fireworks here.
It's the 5th of July, gents.
It's hangover helper night.
Just a feet from the ballpark.
So Nate Cormier, 1 for 3 on the day. Pitch swung on, fouled off, and it's 0-1. Grissett will set from the stretch. And the pitch misses outside. A ball to strike 2 gone. Bases still loaded. They have been loaded for the past 4 batters. This is the 5th. Pitch. This is way outside. And 2-1 is the count.
Well, that strikeout, Kyle Kronk kind of turned to the umpire and gave him some extra words. We haven't seen a lot of that, really. I haven't seen a lot of arguing from player to umpire.
Well, the pitch was inside. 2-1. This is outside. Now 3-1. Three-one misses low, and that's going to walk in another run, pushing the Suns now to 11 runs. And the bases yet again are reloaded. So now on third is Fernandez. On second is Baruch. On first is Cormier. The Pittsfield Suns have batted around here. As a 9th batter will come up to the plate, center fielder number 7, Jack Cooney. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Would love to get some offense in here. Pitch way out of the zone. And let's see the play at home. No throw. And now make it 12-4.
It's starting to get really out of hand. Big inning here for the Suns. Pitching for the Silver Knights just hasn't been able to find the zone at all in this inning.
Second separate 4-run inning for the Suns. Piling it on here.
This is going to be fun for the post-game show, huh?
What are we going to talk about, guys? We don't have that much time.
Well, considering there's 12 runs off 11 hits, oh boy. And plus the press release for after this ballgame as well, all the scoring. That hits the outside corner to Cooney. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the Suns are tripling up the Silver Knights by a score of 12-4. 1-1. It hits the inside corner. 1-2 is the count here to Cooney. On second now is Cormier. On third is Baruch. All three runs that Norcross Plard, he led on with 3 walks. Those are all earned, so his ERA today is infinity. As this one is stabbed at, headed towards first, grabbed there by the first baseman, which is LaRocca. That's going to end the inning, but oh boy, the Pittsfield Suns tacked on a whole bunch of runs there. 3 unassisted on the play, 6 full innings of play. Top 7 upcoming. Pittsfield Suns all over the Silver Knights, 12-4. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
In times like these, violence in our schools is a reality. So it's important to know what to do if a dangerous situation arises, and also how to prevent it. Kids, never bring a weapon to school. And if you see a student with one, or even hear someone talking about having a weapon, report it immediately. If something doesn't seem right or look right to you, speak up. If someone you know is showing signs of anger, or if you are feeling out of control, tell someone. If you feel threatened or bullied, tell someone. Violent acts often start out as small disagreements. Tell a parent or teacher if you see an argument taking place. It's better to let someone know about a disagreement before it gets out of hand. Let's put an end to these tragedies. Ask your school to adopt an anti-violence program. Visit ncpc.org to learn more about how to keep your school safe. That's ncpc.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Top 7 now, and the Pittsfield Suns, again, they're all over the Nashua Silver Knights. It's a score of 12-4, and the top of the 7th, we'll see the 2-3-4 hitters.
Through the 22nd, head to bba-infield.com for more information. Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Noah Lucier.
Sean Gamlin back out for his second inning of work after replacing Kelvin Sosa due to pitch limit. And the pitch is a fastball, but it's low, 1-0.
Well, Gamlin had to wait quite some time to get back out on the hill after the Suns put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 6th. He had a little bit of a struggle in the top of the 6th. See if he can bounce back.
1-0. It's fouled off first base side. That's going to go out of the ballpark. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here is the 1-1. Again, fouled back. Count is 1-2. The talking point I wanted to get to was the women's United States World Cup team, which was, well, good for the U.S., eventually winning by a score of 2-1 over England. Here's the 1-2. Pitch is up and away. Now 2-2. What I have an issue with is the tea celebration for the United States. It's July 2nd, 2 days away from 4th of July, and you're beating England, of course. Beyond history from her ancestors, really. Here's a 2-2 foul back, and it count remains 2-2. Now, I want to reiterate this. I do have a problem with the tea celebration. I have a problem with the reaction to the tea celebration. Yes. There was so much flack that she got for that. Let me ask you something. Baseball players, they hit a home run. Do they bat flip?
All the time.
Is that a celebration?
It sure is.
Why can't women do it?
It's fun. It's fun to see. Moreover, I was about to have an argument with you there, Billy. Until you hit me with the turn, and I'm with you 100%.
The history of that and the timing of it. I'm sorry, that was well played.
Oh, good.
Big swing and miss from Lucier. That's going to sit down the batter. 2 straight strikeouts, and this will bring up Jared Dupere.
I mean, I don't know. There's no problems with that from me, but
rather Billy Butler will be the pinch hitter here. I just can't understand why they can't celebrate, but everyone else, NBA, NFL, any major men's sport, including men's soccer of all things, they can't do it. There's already a big discrepancy and protest with the World Cup for the women's side, about a pay wage and a gap in there, which I'm all for. All for the protest, I should mention. I'm sorry if that confused a little bit. Billy Butler on the season, 22 games played. He's only 3 for 44, 068, 2 homers, 8 RBI. 2 of his 3 hits are homers. Pitch. Big swing, a miss. That's in there, a called strike. 0-1. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't these Nashua Silver Knights win on June 22nd thanks to Billy Butler in the home run derby?
Oh, yes, they did. He launched 10 in 3 minutes. He was the only man to step to the plate for these Silver Knights.
He smoked some baseballs.
Hits the inside corner. It's 1-2 here.
But for a guy that's been struggling so bad all season long, 3 for 44, 18 strikeouts, does have 8 RBIs, 2 homers. I mean, man, I don't know. He had something going on that night, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it was very impressive to see.
Here's a 1-2. Just missing the outside corner.
As that game being my first home run derby that I've seen here, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect in terms of a quantity. That was a lot. 10 was quite a few.
That's a 2-2 count here to Butler. Gamlin, the pitch. High fly ball foul. Boy, was that one charged up or what? I lost track of it.
He's got it, man. He's
got
the
that
stroke.
uppercut type of swing that just, if you get it, it's going to go out of the yard. But if you
that
don't
uppercut
get it,
swing, Prince Fielder-esque, I tell you.
Yes, I absolutely see it.
Gamlin. Here's a 2-2. Oh, that misses high over the letters. Now the count is full 3-2. Fernandez is going to come out and talk with Gamlin.
Well, Gamlin got his first hit for the Nashua Silver Knights yesterday. It was a 3-run home run. That's his first hit since June 11th. He's played in quite a number of games since then. That was a game against the Suns, where he also hit a 2-run homer in that game. His other hit coming against the Navigators. But all he has is 3 and 44 at-bats, but he had his statement here on the 22nd when he went to a home run derby.
Gamlin has a payoff pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. This will now bring up the designated hitter number 6, Dylan Jones, unless he is. Yes, he is.
Silver Knights, number 13, Mike Griffin.
Mike Griffin is the new designated hitter here in the 7th.
So looking like the Silver Knights are emptying their bench, getting a couple of guys that could use the at-bats now.
Yes, sir.
Griffin is 0-2 in only 2 games played with 1 strikeout. So it looks like they're going to replace their guys here. And the pitch misses away. Now 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, 2 gone. This one swung on foul back into the field of play. I count 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 gone. But yeah, going back to that celebration, that was one of the best timed celebrations ever.
Oh, it was fantastic.
With the storied history between the history of the United States and England because of it. The tea celebration, that's top-notch celebration right
fantastic.
there. Gamlin with the 1-1. Swung on a miss for strike 2 now.
He's had a little trouble locating his pitches today, but my goodness, he's got some heat. We've seen a few pitches just like that where he's absolutely blown it by these Silver Knight hitters.
Gamlin the 1-2, misses high and away. Try to put every ounce of muscle behind that, but missed the zone. 2-2.
We'll see if the USA team can get it done on Sunday.
The Netherlands. And then tomorrow, a third place game between England and Sweden. 2-2. This is outside. No, that one did miss outside. Don't worry. The payoff, swung on a miss for strike 3. Gamlin strikes out 4 in a row and strikes out the side with 3 in the inning. We head to stretch time. Suns all over the Nashua Silver Knights, 12-4. Let's listen in for Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Leading us to take me out to the ball game is the legend himself and Wakota Park's own Banjo Joe. Everybody sing along.
I have a passion for the environment. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. We monitor commercial vessels, making sure our ports and waterways are safe and clean from oil or other hazardous material. We patrol our fisheries, protect marine wildlife and their habitats. With all we do, it's about protecting America.
Were you born ready to protect America? Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Massachusetts Broadcasters Association and this station.
Give yourself the gift of a comfortable retirement by setting some cash aside for yourself. Saving a little of your monthly income can be as affordable as the average holiday gift. If retirement is near, you'll want to start saving right away. If you're younger, begin saving now, and compound interest will help your retirement funds snowball. A great way to figure out how much you'll need to save for retirement is to learn how much you'll get from Social Security. Do that in minutes at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator.
Check it out, it's the Terminator. Hey, when'd you get back, huh?
Did you have to shoot anyone? Why are you so distant? Are you not happy to see me?
So what's the deal? You gonna get a job now or what?
Why are you being so jumpy? Put all that stuff behind you, okay?
No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. Join other veterans at communityofveterans.org because we know where you're coming from. Brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council.
Bottom 7, and the Pittsfield Suns will face a new pitcher, and this will be the right-handed hurler, number 19, Manny Ray, and that will end the line there on Joe Brissett, who pitched not full inning, but he did pitch 1 inning.
The designated hitter, number 12, Matt Polente.
Brissett, 6 batters faced, 1 run it was earned, 2 walks, a hit batsman, 2 wild pitches, 2 strikeouts, 27 pitches, only 15 for strikes. And the first pitch that misses low for a ball here to the man that led off the 6th, Matt Valenti. Valenti, we'll see ball 2. He is 2 for 2. 2 runs scored, a triple, 2 walks. Hot shot in the right, make that his 3rd hit of the ball game, going all the way to the wall. He's going to try for second. He is going to dig in and get in there safely with a double.
He's been a bright spot here today for the Pittsfield Suns. Matt Valenti, a single, double, and triple in this one. 2 walks to go along with that. Just been a guy that's been able to see his pitches well and get hits on the board for the Suns.
Taylor Beckett, 1 for 3. His RBI single back in the first, since in the third and fourth, fielder's choice and a ground up, both towards second. A walk and a run scored in the sixth, where there was 6 total walks, 1 hit batsman included in that. And the first pitch he sees misses low, 1-0. Suns all over the Silver Knights, really taking advantage of the walks. 12 runs off 12 hits. And that pitch is in there, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And then with runners in scoring position, they've been doing phenomenal as well. Productive outs there as well. 4 for 12, including 2 separate plays where a run came in. This one, a chopper over towards short, backhanded there by Lucier. Throw over to first, a stretch, and it's in time. Great stretch there from LaRocca. That'll be a 6-3 put out.
Left fielder number 18, Jeff Boggins.
Just able to keep his foot on the bag over there was LaRocca. What a good stretch, able to barely hold the bag, and nice play by Lucier as well.
Boggins is 1 for 2. 2 walks, a single, 2 runs scored. Back from the left-hand side. Check on second from Ray, and the pitch. Chopper off the batter. A phantom throw over to first from Ray. So on the bottom of the 7th here, almost approaching 3 hours since first pitch, not including the 22 minutes on delay. The pitch hits the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes, a man gone. Runner on second is Matt Valenti. The 0-2, hot shot into right field for a base hit. They're going to round the runner here. And the throw-in will not be in time. The throw is high. The advancement over to second there is Boggins. That's a single and an RBI single for Jeff Boggins, who advances to second. Suns now up 13-4.
This has been fun to watch, boys. I'm not going to lie. I'm enjoying this one quite a bit. Again, I don't want to spoil my talking point. We'll wait till the post game.
So Fernandez will dig in now. 1 for 3 on the day. A double, a walk, 2 runs scored. That pitch is on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. It's going to take me all night to write this press release with all the scoring.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So much for a hangover helper. This ain't helping nothing. That's in there. Called strike. Great location, and now it's 0-2.
Fernandez did not like that one. But again, good location by Manny Ray.
The 0-2 misses low and away. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missing below the knees. It's 2-2.
I will have you boys know that anyone that we see from now, Fernandez, through Cormier in this inning.
Swung on a miss. Strikeout tag applied. 2-3. Go ahead.
Will have batted in 4 consecutive innings. If we get all the way to Jack Cooney, it'll make it 5
Second
for him.
baseman number 21, Jack Holly. Go, Jack.
Forgot to mention Sam Boudreau is the catcher for Nashua. Holding off, but it's a called strike.
Jack Colley's had a decent night here. 2 for 4, has 2 strikeouts, but does have a couple of base hits as well. Scored a run.
That pitch is low for a ball.
He's probably not too happy with himself with all the strikeouts that he's piled up so far this season, but starting to get it going a little bit here today with those 2 hits.
One of them being a double. An RBI and a run scored. Pitch missed, and it's 2-1. That one fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Manny Ray has a 2-2 count, 2 gone, runner on second. Sent up for the deuces, wild pitch. Fires below the knees. Full count, 3-2. Here's a payoff. Swung on foul back and double or nothing. We'll grab some interest here. We'll go again to 3-2. A lengthy game here, especially with that 22-minute sun delay.
All the runs being scored, especially for the Suns, has made it even longer.
Here's a payoff. That one is tapped foul again. 7th pitch of the plate appearance upcoming.
All well and good, though, here on a Friday night.
8th, rather.
For most folk, nothing particular to do in the morning, so no harm in a longer game.
Yeah, most folk.
Hey, I'm not one of them, dude.
Ray with a payoff. Yet again, it's fouled off, and we'll go to the 9th pitch of the plate appearance.
Jack Colley is a fighter out there. He's not going to go down swinging very easily.
It's been 3 hours since first pitch now. Game started at 6:34. We did have a 22-minute sun delay. Pitch is inside, and that'll be another walk. First one given up by Ray. And here comes the first baseman, number 19, Dan Baruch. His line only increased last time up. He was hit by a pitch and forced in a run. Solo homer in the 2nd. 2 RBI double and runs scored in the 4th. Double and runs scored in the 5th. RBI hit by pitch that just grazed his pant leg. So he's setting 3 for 3. 8 total bases, 4 RBI, and 3 runs scored. Not a bad line there for Baruch.
He's definitely been one of the best Suns players here today.
Hot shot, and this one's foul. Tillies has that one. Great range, but he'll throw it right back to the pitcher.
Started the day with a 2.05 average, raised it so far 50 points in one game, going 4 for 4. It's now 255.
The 0-1. That drops low for a ball. A ball, a strike. This pitch, that's in there, called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 gone.
Baruch, frustrated with himself, left that one right over the heart of the plate.
So again, we're in the bottom of the 7th. 13-4, Suns lead it. High fly ball, but that one is a line drive out of the ballpark. See you later. And no one is ever going to see that baseball ever again.
Oh, man, if he had straightened that one out a little bit, it would have added to the legend this evening.
The 1-2, way on front of that, almost
man.
swung out of his shoes. That will end the inning. 1 run comes aboard off of 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. They finally get Baruch out, but they still get 1 run aboard. 13-4, Suns lead the Silver Knights. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
They're your friends. They're your neighbors. They're even famous entertainers. They're teachers.
Okay, class, settle down. Open your book.
They're scientists and astronauts. They're hams. They're 650,000 strong, and they're just like you. Earning your amateur radio license is easy. Just contact the American Radio Relay League at 1-800-326-3942.
Give yourself the gift of a comfortable retirement by setting some cash aside for yourself. Saving a little of your monthly income can be as affordable as the average holiday gift. If retirement is near, you'll want to start saving right away. If you're younger, begin saving now, and compound interest will help your retirement funds snowball. A great way to figure out how much you'll need to save for retirement is to learn how much you'll get from Social Security. Do that in minutes at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Going to be a new pitch in the ballgame here for the Pittsfield Suns. That is number 33, right-handed hurler Joshua Jesuit. And that is going to end the line for the reliever for the Pittsfield Suns. That is Sean Gamlin. Came in relief in the 6th. Pitched 1 1/3, 6 batters faced. Gave up 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 4. 31 pitches, 16 for a strike, so just eking by over the 50% marker. But you could say with that, with the balls and strikes, he was effectively wild. This is going to bring up Mike LaRocca, who walked and later scored his last time up.
Number 30, Mike LaRocca.
Here's a windup from Jesuit. The first pitch. This one's a hot shot over towards first. Off the ankle of Baruch. Second baseman has it, throws over to first. Not in time. Just not able to grab that one there was Baruch. We'll look back on it.
Now batting, number 24, the catcher, Sam Bordeaux.
So the catcher, number 24, Sam Bordeaux. He came in as a defensive replacement in the bottom of the seventh, excuse me. At first pitch, that's in there, called strike, 0-1. Jesuit has it, the pitch. That one swung on and foul tipped. They're going to step off here. That's going to be an error on the first baseman there. He sat on it. He was well behind it. Trying to listen to one of our colleagues do the play-by-play downstairs.
I hear that too.
It's a 1-2 count. That pitch is upstairs. 2-2. Let's try again. Come on, PA. Well, the ambiance is going to overtake him. I need to get the microphone further down
nice
there.
Little moment, though. I heard him mention the Suns' offensive outburst as impressive. Thank you, good sir. And I would concur.
He's still going.
Is he actually like doing the play-by-play or like?
I think so.
Luis
He
Attilius.
is. He is. Yeah.
We're going to let him do play-by-play.
13-4 so far from the Suns. Let's take a look at the hits and error stats. The Suns have been hitting 13 hits, along with 5 hits for the Nashua Silver Knights. 2 each for the errors for both the Suns and the Knights. Quite an interesting stat. Quite interesting.
Come on, PA.
Pitch swing right down on the second base and not in time to slide down. Now we'll lead it to a single base hit.
He's doing a better job than me down there.
He's going to take your job.
I don't doubt it. There's a base knock there for Luis Attilius.
I will say his voice sounds very similar to our colleague here at Wacona Park, Jeff. I don't know his last name, but he works as, I believe, an usher here.
Yeah, that's him. I'm pretty sure.
Is that Jeff?
I don't know. I don't know.
Short blonde hair with those sunglasses?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Jeff.
That sounds like him, right?
That's definitely
Yeah.
Jeff. Count is 0-1 there to Blandini on the call. Let's try it again. Maxing out the gain here.
Here goes another pitch. And that's 1 on that. This is we've been seeing right through all the rest of the night there. I mean, ever when somebody gets that, it's a swing. There goes another one. Way close enough to his head. Struck.
I love this. Jeff does such a great job. He always greets you down
fantastic.
in the atrium in the tunnel. Here's a 2-1. Misses high, 3-1. I'm stealing the call away from him. The runners are just jogging to second and third. That'll be a defensive indifference if I've ever seen one.
Wow. Okay.
Another one. That's kind of a little bit down low, I would say.
That's ball 4, Blue.
I had that as ball 4 as well.
Blue, that's 4.
No pitch on the last one, guys. No pitch on the last one.
Balk, okay.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
All right.
No pitch on the last one, so maybe that was a balk.
It might have been. It must have been.
I think so, with how casually they advanced to second and third. Not uncharacteristic of a game with this big a lead.
I'm gonna rule that one a balk. It's just it doesn't appear that it would be anything other than that.
Where's the onus to advance while Jesuit has the ball in his hand other than a balk?
And they're just
They're
slowly
just trotting around. So,
I didn't see any call, but
I didn't see it either. No.
I'm going to rule that a balk.
That was a lot. You're right.
Jeff, oh, come on. I need a call here.
It's a full count right now. Still on the top of the eight. And ball 4, and he's going for a walk. Base is loaded.
I need to lower this mic. We need a sideline reporter here.
Yeah, how great would that be?
You know what the funny thing is? I have the length for it. I might be able to get it down there.
Oh, don't tease me like that.
This is Barry Walsh, the center fielder. Bases are loaded. LaRocca on third. On second, Attili's. On first, Blandini. Smacks the outside corner. Boy, did he hear the gusto of
That's
that smack.
awesome. I love it.
That's how you know that you're in sync with your catcher. And you want that as a catcher. You don't want to have the ball hit the glove and just have no sound to it. You're going to say, I don't want this guy as my catcher. We got to give Jeff some airtime here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there is another mic next to me. Get him up here.
I totally forgot.
I'm sure it works, too.
You want to test it real quick?
Go ahead.
I cut your mic. Go ahead.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we got it. That's a called strike. Now 2-2. Tell you what, in between innings, I'm going to try to get him up here.
It's going to be fun.
I would love to have Jeff on here. He's such a great guy. He's been here for years. Almost right by my head, he says. I love how nonchalant he said that, too. All right. We got to get him up here in the booth. That's final. Guys, I'm sorry. You guys have already done play-by-play. Well, a half game. I just want to get one half inning here from Jeff.
Hey, no argument here.
And on the hands, this one headed towards second. Throw to first is in time. What a throw there by the shortstop Cormier. He continues to be a jam master. That'll be a 3-6-3 double play. Wow, what a play. Yeah, it was a good play, Jeff. That's what I'm saying.
Unbelievable, man. He's been fantastic tonight.
Well
has
done.
Cormier.
Well done. Wow. Wasn't sure if, I think that was Jesuit who was covering first, got his foot on the bag there, but the throw was definitely in time, but nonetheless,
all right,
let's get out of it with no runs given up.
We're going to listen to Sweet Caroline. Manny Ray's back out there. I got to go see if I can grab Jeff. I'll be right back. And so will we with more Pittsfield Suns baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. All right, Jeff. Put on the headphones.
We got him, boys. We got him.
Can you hear everything all right? Talking to the microphone. Give me a quick test. No, a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Try again.
Test.
There we go.
There he is.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
The pitch, that's low to Kyle Cronk. The count is 1-0. Jeff, the reason why we brought you up here, you got a great call down there.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
I know you weren't expecting to be up in the booth here today. The good news is we vacated your post for a good reason. We're going to have someone else go down there. But I want you to give the call here because you were doing such a great job that gave us much joy in this long blowout here for the Suns.
Thanks. And then even, of course, that one reason, of course, Billy, was all because that I have, a lot of practice to become as for a radio voice. So I definitely practiced that one a number of times.
I love it.
That's what I like to hear, man.
You're doing your
like
job. You're always a delight to have here. And plus, you got a great call down there.
Thank you.
All right. So that is a walk here to Kyle Cronk. Nate Cormier is going to be due up here. I'm going to give the reins over to you, Jeff. You are going to run the play-by-play. I'll leave it all up to you. Don't worry about any issues. Don't worry about messing up. Just have at it. Just please don't swear because that's going to kill us.
That's fine. I understand about that one.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff, why don't you tell us your full name, Jeff?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff Crouch. I've been 3 years, and even, of course, it's my 4th season here at the Pittsfield Suns. And even, of course, I'm the usher right here at Wacona Park. So, know all my experience to handle with security. So, I mean, that's what I do.
Well, that's secure play-by-play.
All right. And that will be a strike 2 right there. There's a lot of good heat out of that pitch that guy has been doing a lot. And there goes the swing. Line drive on second base. The throw to second and the throw to first. And it looks like we're seeing only 1 out on that one.
Yeah, that'll go down as a fielder's choice, Jeff.
Yeah.
Center fielder number 7, Jack Cooney.
And Jack Cooney is up at bat. Now, guys, I do want to say this is one guy who is a real dominant hitter for the Pittsfield Suns. Really a dominant hitter.
Well, he hasn't quite shown it tonight, unfortunately, for the Pittsfield native, but he has been great all season long, that's for sure.
Oh,
Sir.
absolutely.
He does know this ballpark better than anyone.
He has
Yes.
been a cool 262 coming into tonight's action, so you're absolutely right.
Yep. And you guys, I got to say, it's a real perfect night for baseball. I mean, you're talking about temperatures right at a 70
Yes,
degrees,
sir.
and keep on, nice and cool. It's perfect enough for the fans to come out. There goes the throw. Oh, there goes an error right on that throw. And now we'll leave another runner on third.
So that's actually going to be ruled as a fielder's choice error. That's going to be an E5 because the second baseman, Blandini, had to go way out of his way to go grab it.
Yep, way out of his way.
All right, so let's score that. Oh, that's the wrong one.
And we're seeing another pitch about game, right? Line drive right up in the middle. Throw on a second. That's an out. And that will be a double play. All right, guys. Top of the 9th is heading up next. 13-4 Suns. We'll be right back.
You know what? Why don't we stay put right here, Jeff? We're gonna keep you on. It's been a long game. I've been doing play-by-play since 2012 here in the broadcast booth since 2011. These guys, it's their first year. They got some play-by-play experience.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it over to you for the remainder of the game, which will
right.
be this final inning. That was way too quick of an inning. I'm sorry.
You're okay. No worries. No worries.
I will point out, ladies and gentlemen, that we are about to see the man himself. Oh, I thought he was taking the mound. I thought Dan Baruch was about to pitch the 9th. My apologies, everyone.
I was thinking about the same thing right there. I was thinking about that.
Actually, let me ask one thing real quick to the umpire.
Now pitching for the Suns from Nichols College.
There we go.
Confirmation right there.
Got it. Oh, that wind feels oh so lovely up here.
Oh,
Beautiful.
it does. It does. Yep. Now, Billy, are you okay if I announce when the next game comes up?
We'll do that in post game. I have no issues for that. Absolutely none.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you tell us when that next game is going to be?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our next Pittsfield Suns game right here at Wacona Park. Just make sure if you guys are interested with that one. That will be on Sunday, this Sunday, July 7th at 5 p.m. And gates will be open at 4:15. And we're going to deal with, let's see who that will be. It will be the Brockton Rocks. Good matchup, I would say,
Yes.
you guys. That would be a real good matchup.
That's going to be a beauty of a matchup.
Oh, tell me about it. It will.
All right, this is Ben Irvine.
Now it's a line drive to first and 1 out on the top of the 9th.
Arug nearly got his teeth knocked out with that weird hop.
Yep, he did.
He's been hit pretty hard tonight. He already got a line drive back at him.
You're right.
Shortstop number 7, Noah Lucier.
Noah Lucier is up at bat.
Not his night tonight. He's only 0 for 3 with a walk. That's it. Suns have really gotten the best of him today.
I was going to say, that's not a whole lot that we've been seeing. And a throw to first. What a fabulous throw. That's a fabulous throw. Fabulous throw, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Wow.
That's Jack Hawley doing Jack Hawley things
Yeah,
over there.
you do.
It doesn't matter where he plays. Third base, first base, second base, whatever. He's just out there making plays and doing the things that he does.
You're right.
That's what you call the ballerina twirl.
You're right.
Get in the out. Now the Pittsfield Suns are only 1 out away.
Yep. One more out, and we're into for victory.
Here's Billy Butler.
There goes the pitch.
Oof.
Good heat out of that one. I mean, that's really close enough above the strike zone.
Just missed outside. It must have. It looked good from here.
Yeah. Well, good from there. 1-0. And that will be a foul ball, so that will be a strike one. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Top of the 9th. And it's still 13-4 for the Suns. There goes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will be a strike 2.
Brody Altier, playing puppeteer, pulling the strings on the change up way out in front of that was Butler.
Yep, absolutely. One and 2 on the count.
Oh.
And that's a straight 3. And game's over, ladies and gentlemen. 13-4 final score. So have a good rest of the night, everyone. And again, just to remind you, our next game is this Sunday, July 7th at 5 p.m. with the Brockton Rocks. And guys, boy, like I said, this is going to be an awesome match.
It sure is. It's going to be a fun one on Sunday. The Suns bounce back after getting blanked yesterday, 9-0, but
yeah, and I was going to say, you know what other thing I just got to say? That was a real terrific comeback. After what we had from that 9-0 loss, that was a good comeback.
Sure it was.
Now, you're not going to get away that easy. We do have a post-game show that we're going to head to. We're just going to take a quick break. You're going to join us and tell us your thoughts about the entire contest when we come back with the Pittsfield Suns post-game show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
The following commercial is sponsored by feedthepig.org, an organization devoted to helping you save money. We will not entice you with messages like
lowest prices in town, dealer approved, certified pre-owned.
Nor will we brag about our
huge selection, enormous variety.
We will offer no contingencies like
see store for details. Legal exclusions apply.
Because we simply want to help you spend smarter and save better. Log on to feedthepig.org. Find the benefits of saving for every stage of life. Brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Paul McCartney on behalf of RAD. If you're drinking, you can't drive my car or any car. Remember, if you're partying this holiday season, don't drink and drive. Got it? It's just not worth it. Doesn't make sense. Thank you.
Yes, I'm gonna be a star.
Public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Welcome to the Pittsfield Suns post-game show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Now, back to Paul Dowd Field at historic Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, with your host, Billy Madewell, Steve O'Brien, and Colin Quinn.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pittsfield Suns post-game show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network here at Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Billy Madewell, Steve O'Brien Jr., Colin Quinn, and Jeff Crouch as the special guest announcer here for that last inning of work. The Pittsfield Suns, it is a hangover helper night for the Pittsfield Suns, which is a great promo. They lost yesterday on the 4th of July, 9-0, and now they, instead of receiving the blowout, they give the blowout this time to the Nashua Silver Knights for a 9-run victory. I don't know anything about coincidences, but this has something to do with it, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Suns really,
they went really big on the bottom of the fourth inning. I mean, where they got it with a four runs, and then there you have it. Bottom of the fifth, 2 runs, and then bottom of the sixth, 4 runs. And guys, I think we're seeing really a good amount of runs and really a lot of good plays that we've been seeing a lot with the Pittsfield Suns. I mean, this is really impressive.
This team absolutely was impressive today. A couple of things I wanted to highlight. Matt Valenti, who's batting .207 coming into today, ends the day with a single, a double, a triple, 2 walks. He was 5 for 6 in reaching base in 5 of 6 plate appearances. Jack Cawley batting 181 coming into the day, kind of a maligned hitter on this lineup. He had 2 hits today. Kelvin Sosa retired 8 of his last 11 batters he faced. He was pretty good. This whole lineup had it tonight.
I mean, did you leave anything for me? I don't even know.
I think you know. I think you know exactly who I left for you.
I mean, I don't even know what you left for me. I mean, Dan Baruch was the man tonight. 3 for 4, 4 RBIs, a couple of clutch doubles, and a home run to really get this Suns team going in the second inning. But the Suns scored in every run except for the 3rd and the 8th innings. They just kept piling on, and that's really what happened.
I agree with you. I mean, it just doesn't really look like it was not that much of those plays right in those innings. But, I mean, really, we saw, quite some interesting home runs that we saw. And one, I think, Billy, that was on the what was it, the bottom of the first that we saw that went into that home run, because that, I would say, that hit that I saw, that was pretty interesting hit.
Bottom of the second, you're close.
Oh, bottom of the second.
Dan Baruch with a homer deep to center is what you're talking about?
Yes, it was. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting hit, I gotta say, Billy. Pretty interesting hit. I mean, he just took it really calmly and then took that swing. I mean, just really impressive amount of work of what we've been seeing with that. That was impressive.
I will say this, you could not have made a better point. Center field is only 374. Yeah. But you've been here longer than anyone here in this booth other than me. You know for a fact that tree line brings in a lot of wind inwards, which cuts the ball. You never see any home runs in dead center. We saw one tonight. That is a fantastic point.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, really a good point. But guys, I think, to me, I want to say, I can't get it over this in my head. The 4th of July, the crowd attendance. Let's talk about that, Billy. I mean, honest to God, but 5,469 people that we saw on the 4th of July. What a fantastic crowd that we've been seeing on that one.
Who did the interview to who on the 4th of July? I forgot who that was.
I did Bogus.
It's him. Bogus. Jeff Bogus said that he didn't realize that many people lived in Pittsfield.
Oh, right. I know. He didn't really think about that,
No, I tell you, I was talking to a lot of players. They were actually baffled by the 4th of July parade, which is just a huge spectacle. You know that firsthand.
Exactly.
It's amazing to see that amount of community come out, and let alone that amount of community come out to watch a baseball game. And it's still hard to think that that's not the record that the Pittsfield Suns have. Last year it was.
Well, I know.
Just by a little bit over 100.
We really got more than what we saw.
Just barely. 5,582. Last year, 5,469.
Right.
Only just by about 100 people.
Right.
So if you count players, coaches, us, staff, we got it.
Exactly.
A little bit of cheatsy move here. Right now, the Pittsfield Suns, this is how the scoring went. I'll try to go as quick as I can. An RBI single by Taylor Beckett in the second. Top of the third was a solo home run by Connor Blandini. Solo homer in the bottom of the second by Dan Baruch. Top of the third, oh boy, this is going to be long. Sacrifice fly to right. Suns score 4 in the fourth. 2 RBI double, Dan Baruch. RBI ground out by Nate Cormier. Ground out to the catcher by Jack Cooney, but the run scored after no one covered home plate. 2 RBI double by Dan Baruch. That was still in the fourth. I'm sorry. RBI double by Jack Cawley in the fifth, and an RBI single by Nate Cormier in the fifth. Top 6 would be an RBI single by Barry Walsh. Another run came in off a fielding error.
Yep.
And the bottom of the sixth, would be a walk
There was really a lot of walks in this game.
Oh yeah, a wild
There was
pitch.
a lot.
A wild pitch scored a runner, and then a hit by pitch scored another, and also an RBI walk as well. There's 4 total runs. 2 of them came off of wild pitches. The others came off a walk. And in the bottom of the 7th, an RBI single by Jeff Bogus.
All right.
That was as quick as I could have gone.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Getting the win here tonight, much deserved. Kelvin Sosa, his outing of the year. He did give up a lot of walks, but he was able to strike out a lot as well. He just missed it by a batter. He pitched the absolute max you can, the super max. He pitched over 100 pitches. He couldn't face anyone else.
Right.
Giving that over to Sean Gamlin, Joshua Jesuit, and Brody Altier. No holds, no saves, nothing but a loss here for, I believe that is Cooper Annabelle, who will get the loss there. But just a wacky, wild baseball game that we saw here tonight. And yes, it would be the loss to Cooper Annabelle. The player of the game, Dan Baruch, really must I say more there. Dan Baruch, this is his line. He went 3 for 4 with a homer, 2 doubles, a hit by pitch, 3 runs, and 4 total RBI. Pitcher of tonight, and that will go to Kelvin Sosa, his outing of the year. We're going to give you his final line. 5 2/3, 25 batters faced, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 hits, including a homer, 4 walks to 7 strikeouts. He pitched 104 pitches, 59 for strikes. Whew, I'm almost out of breath. Now, again, a big win, especially recovering. And this could not have been a better promo, hangover helper night, presented by Mosquito Squad. Now, the next game, Jeff, as you said, this is going to be a bit of a scary game.
Yes, it is.
Because it's summer scare. It's a Halloween in July. Not Christmas in July, but a Halloween festivity in July.
Nice.
And that will be on July 7th, which is friend and season ticket holder Mike Rodick. That will be his, 92. That will be his 27th birthday.
Wow.
So he will be here more than likely in attendance. And why don't you give us the details on that game as well?
All right. Well, I mean, Billy, like I said, with that matchup there, we knew it's going to be really, really intense. And plus, the other thing, I would not be surprised at what we're going to see on this, Billy. And I know I'm really good with predictions there. I bet we're going to definitely see a lot of home runs and definitely quite some stealing bases that we're going to get ready to see. And definitely there's going to be a lot of strikeouts. So we know how aggressive this team has been really going against the Suns, though. But I think we may definitely see a revenge on the last time when the Suns, got lost with that game, But I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to see that on Sunday.
And, Jeff, finally here, what are your final thoughts on tonight?
Well, I mean, we had a pretty good solid crowd that we have for tonight, and which honestly I really want to thank those people really for coming in. And really we had a pretty cool camp that came right here. It was a Camp Romanica. I mean, honestly, it was really an amazing performance of what we saw, dancing them with our son's mascot. That was awesome. Totally awesome. Now I'd love to see that camp coming back here again.
I'm certainly sure they will. Colin, your final thoughts.
I mean, the Pittsfield Suns put it all together tonight. 13 runs, 13 hits. They just had it going right from the start offensively. They were just absolutely fantastic with the bats. I mean, defense came up clutch. We saw a couple of plays by Nate Cormier at shortstop, Jack Hawley at second. Dan Baruch had a couple of nice ones over at first as well, doing his Baruch special, as we call it up here. But altogether, it came together for the Pittsfield Suns.
Did a little digging. On the 1st of July, the Suns lost 17-6 to the Brockton Rocks. The next day, the 2nd, they bounced back 8-0, a defeat of the Blues here at Wacona Park. Yesterday, Thursday, the 4th of July, they lost 9-0 to North Shore, blanked here in front of the 4th of July crowd, and tonight they bounced back 13-4. I am very impressed with the resilience of this team right now.
A 9-run shutout that they were blown out by to a 9-1 blowout victory, winning 13-4. This ball game started at 6:34, had a 22-minute sun delay, ended at 9:58 for a game time total of 3 hours and 22 minutes. The next time you'll hear from us, well, Jeff already gave you that. That is going to be Sunday, July 7th, as the Pittsfield Suns host the Brockton Rocks. The Pittsfield Suns do have a game tomorrow as they visit Connecticut and visit Muzzy Field as they take on the Bristol Blues. That game time is set for 7 o'clock. So the Brockton Rocks, that will be the next home game. It's 5 p.m. for game time and first pitch with a pregame set for 4:45. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us. For players, coaches, umpires, and fans, alongside Steve O'Brien Jr., Colin Quinn, and our special announcer, Jeff Crouch. This is Billy Madel signing off, saying thank you for listening and watching into Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you all on Sunday.
Thank you for listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Please join us next time for more exciting baseball action from Paul Dowd Field at historic Wacona Park. This play-by-play broadcast of Pittsfield Suns Baseball was a production of the Pittsfield Suns. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the expressed written consent of the Pittsfield Suns is strictly prohibited.